Hello and welcome, say hi.
Okie doke, we are going. Like audio is working, showing up there in Discord. But I think we are all good. Out and that screen. That's not it. There we go. Excellent. Hey, welcome into the channel, everyone. My name is Brent. Welcome to Unchallenged Gaming. Today, we are going to be continuing on our hardcore orc warrior. We are level 17, leveling in the Barrens. Last episode was all about starting up the Barrens. We completed RFC, Rage Fire Chasm, and I don't think we got, well, we got 3 pieces of gear out of there. We got the pants, we got a pair of wrists, and got a cape, which we got from actually like a dinosaur before we went in there. But we're gonna go ahead and get started today. If this is your first time joining or you're a returning viewer, I do appreciate you guys popping in, saying hello. Would really appreciate if you guys are watching this on the repeat or live to go down below and give this video a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys would like. If you guys enjoy World of Warcraft content, hardcore content, or would like to see other types of videos here on the channel, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. I've recorded a couple videos going through my clipping process and how I process and upload my clips. So that'll be released sometime next week after I'm done with my edits. And then I have a couple other ideas for some long-term stuff. So there is a group right now looking for RFC tank. I honestly wouldn't mind going back into RFC. There is a chest plate that I'd like to get from the last boss that we didn't get last time. So here at the last boss, the Jarosh, last guy. This guy has a lava drenched chainmail. Now this thing gives 3 strength, 3 stamina, and 2 fire damage to attack. So it's actually a really good chestplate right there. But I also have the ability to craft myself a chestplate in the near future if I'm able to get 7 pieces in. By level 18 here in the next half level, I can make myself this right here, which already kind of surpasses this in armor, and it doubles up that stamina. But because we are focusing on kind of tanking stuff in our dungeons as we level up on hardcore, that might be the route that we go. Let me go ahead and bring up my chat here. We got Climax in the chat. We got D Knight in the chat. So welcome in everyone. If you guys want to say hello, definitely say hello down below. Otherwise, if you guys are just lurking, I do appreciate the lurks. Okay, so let's go ahead and in our last episode, we picked up the quest Fungal Spores by the Flight Path. And then now we're going to go ahead and be focusing on
Morning.
Morning. Nice day for fishing, isn't it? Welcome into the stream. Fayliz, how are you doing? Welcome in. On the YouTube side, so I should have a quest called Return to Lan. I do not have. Okay, we're gonna head west and pick up some quests from the bunker. I think that is our objective at the time being. What is this quest here? How are you doing, Fayliz? Are you playing some World of Warcraft? Oh, there's our quest. We gotta get the quest. Return to Kodak. We're gonna go ahead and get the quest called Report to Kodrak. Oh, this is in the tower way up north. That's not the one that we're after. Okay, we're just gonna head. Let's see, looking at my map here, we're gonna head west out the back end. We're gonna go pick up Kolkar Leaders and Centaur Bracers. Yeah, unfortunately, my PF quest,
What you want?
it's still running off my old warrior that died at level 28. So a lot of the stuff in the quest log doesn't show up. Like all the quests that should show up on my map. Ah, maybe that's why it's not showing up on my map. I could do a quest. Big will bring up reset quest history. That's something I can do. Honestly, I should do this. It's gonna bug out.
Good. Just started TWOW this week and found your priest HC guide, so looking at maybe doing an HC run.
Awesome. Yeah, the priest is alliance. So I do have a few alliance. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that when I wasn't in town, but I think we're fine. So Phaelus says, good, just started Turtle WoW this week and found your priest hardcore guide, so looking to maybe do a hardcore run. Yes, the hardcore guides, they're just kind of playthroughs along with me, so you can follow along with them and level up in the same kind of fashion that I would otherwise kind of level up. You don't have to do the dungeons unless you want to, and like in this playthrough, we're doing like the Horde playthrough, kind of where to go, what to do, and you guys can play along, you know, side by side on the adventure. I try and optimize all the kind of quests that we're doing. Even on Turtle WoW, I've kind of gone through several times now and kind of played it through. So kind of updated my own playthrough of the kind of guided playthrough that I take. But that's awesome. Yeah, the priest is fun. The priest is a lot of fun. You know, it's a wand. It's a wand. What's it called? Like a basically a wand RPG up until about level 30. But then right around level 30, your smite and your holy fire begins to outpace your wand damage. Your smite begins to unpace your wand damage. Because right around level 30, get the BFD wand, but that wand oftentimes doesn't compare with the talent points that would put you ahead. Like when you're opening up with a holy fire, you're beginning to get that boosted damage and smite. And then when you smite, you have that higher chance to crit, and then when you get a crit, you get another guaranteed smite right away. So yeah, Priest was some fun. Priest was some fun. My priest did end up dying 2 days ago. I wasn't even streaming. That's the thing. I did record the session, but I have a habit of running. I like running dungeons, but this past day I had just logged on for a minute. I was gonna take my screenshots of my warrior so I could make a thumbnail out of it. And when I was logging in and just kind of looking at the chat, somebody's looking for a healer for Skolomance. And I was like, hey, how's the group? They're like, the group's good, everyone's pretty good. We're all kind of comfortable. There was 3 level 60s, a level 59 paladin tank, and a level 59 warrior DPS. And there were some warning signs there that the dungeon was going to be a little bit risky. The paladin was wearing a level 43, 45 set. At level 59, he was wearing a green weapon, a green shield, and he just made the unfortunate accident of once you clear the skeleton boss and you come back up and you start clearing like this one room with the key section, he pulled like a big pack. He pulled at least 15 mobs towards us, and there was no way in a 5-man that we were able to out DPS and kill them off. And the healing, it just became overwhelming. He died. I panicked and I didn't hit my Petri. I died, and then the shaman and the warlock that were in the group, they managed to Petri and Alt F4. And then the other warrior that was with us, he died as well. So 3 of us died in Skolomance. And yeah, it was a rough Wednesday, I think is when it happened. And it was like late night Wednesday, right before I was gonna go to bed. And I had to go to bed with the feeling that I should have gone to bed earlier. I should have followed my instinct and just logged off the game. But no, I decided to do it, one more dungeons before I go to sleep, and that's what took me out. Unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks.
Yes. But that happens. I have to get more in the mind of when, I'm usually pretty good about panic situations, but having that many mobs running at you, my first instinct was to fade, but I couldn't even get my fade off on time. So I just got bombarded. And at the time, a lot of the group was running with the curse. There's a curse in Skolomance. Someone tried to do this 0.5 tier quest, and a lot of us had a buff, like a debuff on curse on us that increased physical damage dealt to us by 500. So it was already, we were already in a really bad position. I honestly think that we should have turned around, but it happens. It happens. Okay, so up north, where we're at right now, we completed the quest, The Forgotten Pools. We also walked around and picked up 4 of the fungal spores right around this lake right here. So really quick, did 2 quests just off the bat. Now, we're going to be working on the quest called the Centaur Bracers, which is just kind of running around taking out centaurs up here. And then there's going to be a shack. In what location? If I can find it here on my map. It should be this way. I'm pretty sure it's up this way. But there should be another quest to take out the leader. I'm pretty sure it's this way. Well, once we get our numbers down, we'll figure it out. It must not be this way. It might be. What am I facing right now? It might be the other way. Whoops. We'll go ahead and line of sight the caster here. As a warrior, casters are a big problem for me. So we'll always be in line of sight to our advantage during our leveling. Yeah, even with line of sight in the guy, he's still got my health down pretty good. Oh yeah, so you just found out you just got started on Turtlewell. That's awesome. Turtlewell is a great server. It's a great server. It's, everybody who's ever enjoyed World of Warcraft, it just kind of gives them what they've always been wanting, right? That vanilla experience that they kind of miss, the nostalgia of it, and then you get the benefits of all the new content. So, have you started up on the server yet, or you said you just started for a while this week? What's your current character that you're kind of playing with at the moment?
I played from vanilla to Legion and recently heard of Turtle and got the itch to come back.
Yes, nice. I played from vanilla up until Pandaria. Yeah, I played World of Warcraft all the way from vanilla up until Pandaria, and right around Pandaria, I started kind of losing. I felt like World of Warcraft was kind of becoming something that I wasn't happy with, and I stopped playing after Mists of Pandaria. And you know, I hadn't ever signed back up for World of Warcraft after Mists of Pandaria. It wasn't until 2019 when Classic got released that I resubbed my subscription, and then I played World of Warcraft Classic. I made a Hunter, I think, at that time, and I played a Hunter all the way to 60, and then I played a Paladin all the way to 60, and that took me 2019 into 2020, maybe 2021, and after I played Classic, you know, it brought back all the nostalgia that I really remembered from Vanilla, but then along with that nostalgia was all the mistakes and things that I didn't like about Vanilla. Like Paladins were still broken, protection still sucked. You know, Paladins had no taunt, they were pretty terrible as...
Typical noob starting pack Hunter Paladin Rogue.
Typical noob starting pack, exactly.
I have a LVL22 Druid softcore but like the idea of the HC and SNS.
Okay, yeah, it's a nice chill experience for sure. Typical starting pack, Hunter, Paladin, Rogue. I haven't played a Rogue yet. I've never played a Rogue. So Rogue will be another first time playthrough that I ever play. But Hunter and Paladins are generally my go-to. Because Hunters are just, they're fun leveling characters. And they make excellent gold farmers. So if I ever need gold, I can get so much gold in my Hunter that if I need to buy something, I can collect probably 100 gold in about an hour. Maybe it's going to take a little bit longer than an hour, but it's pretty much guaranteed money as a Hunter. Paladin, back in Classic, back in Vanilla, right? In Classic World
Morning
Warcraft.
MR Brandt.
And Win, hey, welcome into the stream, Win. Welcome back, Win. Welcome back, Rock. Welcome into the stream, guys. Appreciate you guys joining in. Happy Friday. Morning, Mr. Brent. Typical noob starting pack. Got that. Phalis says, I have a level 22 Druid softcore, but I like the idea of hardcore and slow and steady. Yeah, hardcore and slow and steady is what I'm playing right now. I enjoy it. It's already super quick to level on the server. So the idea of slow and steady is that I get to explore more of the world. Some people like just getting to level 60. I've got to level 60 multiple times. I like the journey, and then on Turtle there's so much new content. Took them out for me. Thank you. There's so much additional content on Turtle. There's supposed to be... Did you guys see the new announcements? I know I posted them in my Discord, but if you guys go to like the Turtle Discord as well. So let's see, Turtle info. So on my Discord server, in the Turtle info tab section...
Journey is so much more than the end game.
Yeah, the journey is much more important than the end game. So on my Discord server, I have a channel called Turtle info, and I pasted all of the new upcoming updated zones and all of the updated dungeons that are coming in the future. So Turtle has so far added Blackstone Island. They're going to be adding Grim Reaches. That's a 33 to 38 zone. They're going to add the Moon Whisper Coast. That's a 50 to 56 zone. Alessian Highlands is already in game. That's for the High Elves. Tristful Uplands is a new zone that is west of Tristral Glades already. There's Northwind, that's going to be added. That's a 28-35 zone. There's Valor, that I believe it's near Loch Modan, potentially. I'm not exactly sure where that one's located at. That's a 29-34 zone. Gilneas is already in the game. That's a 39-46. Gilgin and Lapidus Isle are 48-53, which are already in the game. Eversong Wastes is another zone supposed to be added, and then Zul Aman is another zone that's supposed to be added, but they don't have a specific. It's unreleased, and they don't have a leveling level next to it, so they don't have any expectations of what the level is to expect. Oh, a chest. I don't know if that just spawned in or that was there earlier. Well, let's go ahead and take a look. What's inside this chest? And we got a couple green. Got fortified boots of the stamina. We got some +6 stamina boots right there. So if I was level 20, I would have a really nice upgrade. I'm still wearing level 5 boots. That gives me 70 armor. So right there out of that chest, I just picked up a level 20 pair of boots. That gives me 6 stamina. So that is awesome. I also got a silver ore. That's my very first silver ore. Oh. Plus your money. 17. There. Okay, just a little bit silver. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep chugging along.
It's double strange that Blizzard themselves made the old content obsolete with new expansions, since it's so much obvious you'd want a replayability from MMORPG genres, since it takes much longer to level from 1 to 60 than clear all the available raids there are at the end game.
That's double strange that Blizzard themselves made the old content. Yeah, right off the first expansion, they made the old content obsolete, right? With the release of the Burning Crusade, what was it? The hard cap on Burning Crusade was 65, I believe. And it did at that time make a lot of the old content obsolete. By Wrath of the Lich King, you could go back through, right? At level 70, I'm pretty sure at level 70, you could go back through the vanilla raids solo and beat them by yourself, I'm pretty sure, right? From what I kind of remember. I kind of remember doing some stuff solo, but I'm not sure in what expansion I was able to go back through and solo a lot of the content. We need this guy over here. Maybe not yet. Oh yeah, we do need his head. We need Barrack. And this guy has a, what, like 5-minute respawn?
True, but now they will be milking players who started at TBC just to sell them the old game with no real horizontal improvements for the same coin.
Yeah, if you ever wanted to upgrade to the next expansion, you always had to buy the prior expansion, right? If you wanted to just pick up World of Warcraft and start playing it, you couldn't. Okay. What's his face? Need a barrack?
Imagine how hardcore laughable will be at TBC expansion.
I don't think they're gonna release a... Are they going to release a Burning Crusade hardcore server? Like Classic Plus. Classic has already been out, I think at this point, a little over a year. Have they? I don't think they've made an announcement that the Burning Crusade will come out on hardcore or not. I'm not 100% sure. But now they'll be milking players who start the Burning Crusade just to sell them the old game with no real horizontal.
You want that MC, no problem, don some blues from TBC and go solo to MC and whatnot.
So it was during the Burning Crusade that you could get so strong you can go back and clear Molten Core on your own. Because I know there was a period when you became so strong that old raids became irrelevant. Like old content just made absolutely no sense. I like the way that Turtle Out is doing it, right? If I go take a look at the upcoming dungeons, right? So we have from the beginning a list of raids that are level 60 on only. We have the Onyxia raid. We have Molten Core. Those are kind of like your entry level. You know, once you get geared up, you can begin to go into Zogrub, Blackwing Lair. You have AQ20, you have AQ40.
Always suck new expansions wipe raid sets with greens from starting quests.
Yeah. Yeah, it's already better than like tier 3. I remember going into I had tier 3, tier 3. Because I had Next Gear back in vanilla. And then we went straight into Outlands. And the very first quest you picked up, I think you got like a 2-hand weapon or something like that. And a bow, like early on. And all of that stuff was already better than my next level gear. Like I was able to keep some pieces of gear up until I hit that hard cap during the Burning Crusade. But a lot of my pieces were placed. And let's see. Kevin said, hello, welcome into the stream, Kevin. Welcome back. How are you doing today? Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, shoot me with range, yo. I'm trapped in this net. Now I'm done. And
Might have Manethil time to replace for that green axe you get in Hellfire Peninsula for killing some boars.
Might of Manethil time to replace that for the green axe you get from Hellfire. Exactly right. That's exactly right. Oh, he got some. Okay, we can go ahead and drop the group. We both got the Borak guy. Yeah, I didn't like the idea where a lot of the old content gear became quickly replaceable. Oh, you could get that quest too. Go ahead and take out this guy, and I think we're done up in this area. Let me go ahead.
Also, World PvP died with flying mounts.
That is true. Yeah. I mean, there was still world gankage. You would be herbing or doing a quest, and all of a sudden somebody would come down, swoop down, charge at your face, you know, hamstring you, and then take you out before you had a chance to do anything.
I'm doing super fine, happy to finally see you live. The last 10 or so streams were just reruns, lol.
I'm doing super fine, happy to finally see you live. The last 10 or so streams just rerun. Oh really? I don't think I had any reruns. The last 10 or so streams. Doing super fine. I haven't done any reruns in a while. Let's take a quick look here.
Hey Brent, give me a random race for priest to play. I'm gonna finally start playing, lol.
I enjoyed my priest. I enjoyed leveling as a dwarf. Dwarves have the ability called Avatar, which they can cast on their tank every 5 minutes. It decreases the damage that it increases the armor of the tank and resistances. I don't know what the other ones get. High Elf could be an interesting priest as well. It depends. If you're gonna go offensive, you might. If you're gonna be like a shadow priest, you might want to be like an undead, because I think you get the
priest troll is IMBA.
Priest troll is the best. Priest troll has the haste, but I don't think that affects your dots and stuff like that. So I feel like undead priest, if you're trying to be offensive with like shadow, I feel like undead priest could be pretty good. If you're trying to be healing priest, then what's it called? Like that high elf could be pretty good. I'm not sure what the benefits are of other priests are, like the night elf. I think it's like some kind of shard ability. And then dwarf. Like I knew what dwarf did. I honestly, I remembered Avatar for the most part. You know, that's the OG priest. Gonna head over this way and do prowlers. Oh, wait,
gonna be a HC.
Gonna be hardcore? Yeah, hardcore is where it's at. Hardcore is where it's at. if you're able to knock out and do some hardcore, you're gonna have fun. Just go slow. Take it easy.
I'll
don't
spin a
rush
wheel
it.
to pick dwarf or high elf.
Spin a wheel. Yeah, there's a website you can go like spin
Night
a
elves
wheel.
benefit from bows on turtles, so they can be pretty devastating with damage.
Yeah, you be that priest rolling against the printer for a bow. The hunter's like, why did that priest roll for a bow? And you're like, hey, I can use bows. A level 19 druid just died in Wailing Caverns to the Druid of the Fang. That is no bueno. Oopsie daisy. So did I miss anything? That's gonna be hardcore. Nope, I spin a wheel. Yeah, spin a wheel. Bows. Nope, didn't miss anything. Another thing. Please let it be 10. We're after a lot of copper and tin right now. I need to get a few pieces of tin, and I can start smelting some. Oh, I gotta go train my mining. That is something else. When we hit level 18, we are going to be heading back to Oakramar to train level 18, and then I do have to train my skills here.
What is that add-on that pops up death notices?
It is called HC Deaths. HC Deaths. It pops up the hardcore death notifications, and it also keeps a log over here on the left-hand side of all the players that have died, and it kind of tells me what they died to. So that naturalistic guy at level 19, he died in the Wailing Caverns to the Druids of the Fang. Although the death notification has a 30-second built-in, like on the server, you can only do /who's every 30 seconds.
Oh, Night Elf can use a bow as priest, adding that to my list as well. That sounds cool. Does the wand talent affect the bow, and can you use it up close like a wand?
I believe
I'm QRFC as
talent...
DPS and it takes so long.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, on hardcore you don't have access to the queue system. You just have to go out and make your own groups automatically. You should be happy at least you get access to it. Oh man. You still got so much life. Still got so much life. We're having a bow fight right here. Bam. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, priests being able to use bows is a really good change. I think it's a lore and kind of RP change for them. I think that's a cool little addition right there. Yeah, and just be happy that you can queue for RFC, because not a lot of people can queue. I can't queue for no RFC. I gotta make a group. And sometimes you don't ever want to queue as a hardcore player into dungeons, because you might get some funny people in your group. So this is kind of nice in the fact that when you're making your own groups, you can kind of focus on gaining specific classes. And Phaelus says the death notification. Yeah, that is hardcore death. It's a pretty good hardcore notification. I like seeing all the notifications. I like to kind of keep a track of where people are falling at. I would like to have it on the map. Like when you're looking at the world map, you could see the density of where players are dying. It would be kind of interesting to kind of see where they're dying at, what they're dying from. It'd be kind of cool. I know on some other servers, there's another server called HC WoW or WoW HC that I was checking out. I think Rock had posted about it one time. I went to go check out their website. They have about 400 or so hardcore players on the server. It's
manual group assembling is much better, especially when you have a separate channel just for that, like hardcore guys have now with H.
Yes.
Thanks for the add-on name. Do you know if the wand talent affects the bow and if you can use it up close like a wand?
I think the bow ability still falls in line with all bows. Like bows in general, I think you can't shoot them from too close, but I'm not 100% sure on the bow talent. And I would log on to my priest and tell you, but unfortunately my priest died this weekend, so I don't have access to my priest anymore. My priest died on Wednesday. I was playing on my priest and he dust. I explained it a little bit earlier, but essentially I logged on at night. It was 11:30 at night. I was logging on to create my thumbnail so I could make my live notifications, my live stream. I was just logging on so I can get a clip of my warrior for my thumbnail. And I saw that somebody was posting in the chat that they wanted to do a hardcore run of Scholomance. So I was like, okay, hey, I can heal your guys' Scholomance. And then I found
Juan's
out...
spec talent affects bows and Juan's yes no you need range for the bow shot.
Okay, so yeah, oops.
Oh man that sucks, I'm up to EP3 of that series.
We still got the level 60, it's just unfortunately now the priest is dead at 60. He was in really good gear too. I'm really disappointed. I have the video, I recorded the session, eventually I'll release it. Level 33 just died. Oh, what the heck? Oh, level 33 just died to the Dark Raider in Duskwood. Yeah, inside that Worgen cave. Rip Worgen cave.
Death compilations when Brent. Thank you fellow
true.
chatter on a different platform LOL.
Thank you fellow chatter. Yeah, it's kind of nice to have the combination. And let's see. Oh, that sucks. Up to episode 3. Yeah, the episode, my priest did get all the way to level 60. And we took a whole week streaming, gearing him up at level 60. So I got him essentially with around 400 or 500 plus healing power. I got the weapon and the offhand from BRD in a single run. I had both of his, like, I had the priest trinket from the Dire Maul. I had, what's it called? The trinket from Upper Blackrock Spire. I had all of his best in slot pieces from the dungeons. Like, he already had 400 or 500 plus to healing.
Evening bro.
And it just happened, you know, it was just a bad situation. It's just a bad time. And Only Me, hey, welcome back into the stream, Only Me, welcome in. How are you doing today? Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, we got a couple individuals playing some hardcore World of Warcraft out there. That is awesome to get some others getting going. I know Kevin's out there. Kevin was saying he already got to level 28 twice. Right, Kevin? I think you're a little bit higher level than me now on... I think you're playing a druid? Is that what you're playing now? He's in the South Worgen cave. Around level 8. Custom mob that people spawn.
Thank F it's Friday.
Heck yes. It is awesome that it is Friday. Hey, I got a few plans. My son just bought a scooter. He got a scooter yesterday, but we're gonna be returning it back to the store. It's a good little scooter, but it just doesn't have the charge rate. It says that it lasts for 7 miles, but he can only ride it for anywhere from like 10 to 20 minutes before it dies. So the mileage is really far off in terms of what it actually says versus what it does. And then you ride it for 20 minutes and you got to charge it for 4 or 5 hours. So we're going to be returning it today, and then he wants to order a different scooter that has mileage around like 21 miles of run time. And this one only goes, this one lasts 7 miles, but it runs about 12 miles an hour. He wants to get a different scooter that can get up to about 19 miles an hour. So we're going to be doing some shopping and returning some stuff after the stream. That's a pretty cool little weapon right there. But 1 gold. It's 1 silver for me. 1 silver. Let's take a quick peek. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and turn in the lies that bind us over this way and pick up part 2. Happy Friday. Does anybody have any fun weekend plans? It's supposed to be 96 degrees for us tomorrow here where I'm at. And then on Sunday, it's supposed to be 98 degrees. So I think our plans for this weekend is that we're going to be heading out to the river. I think that's going to be our very first river adventure this year. Summer just started for my son on Thursday, so yesterday was my son's last day of school, and now he's officially off on summer vacation. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna be going out a lot this summer, doing a lot of camping, and then we're taking off on a trip next Monday, so that'll be fun and an exciting time as well. Did you have a pretty crazy week, only me? A 1,000 best core. And now we swap the heroic strike. Nope, he died. Yeah, we're a lot stronger than I feel we were prior. Like, the weapon that I have right now, I picked this up from RFC, I think. And I just feel pretty strong wearing this.
Night Elf 1 my wheel spin time to start turtle wow.
Oh, nice. Well, congratulations on your choosing. Boy, we got that close. I'm gonna go ahead and let him bleed out there. I got him hamstringed. Go ahead and hamstring him. Oh, I might have to chug a potion. Oh, we got a hunter over here that's helping me out. Appreciate it. Thanks.
I will return the favor. For the Horde.
Cheated the guy. I don't want to pop a potion, but I would have. I didn't get notified that my health. I don't think I got notified that my health. I hate having no bag space. That's one of the worst things about being low level, is that I don't have enough gold to really buy new bags from people, and I have to constantly sell stuff. I probably should have healed myself up. We're good. We're good. There we go. Let's go ahead and actually heal our food. Okay. Let's take a look at the chat. Bram, welcome into the chat. How are you doing today, Bram? Welcome in, welcome back. And Night Elf won the spin wheel. Night Elf is a lot of fun. I do like the Shadow Meld ability. So one of the reasons that I rolled my Hunter as a Night Elf is because of that Shadow Meld. As a Hunter leveling, I always had my pet with Prowl. So I got Prowl with my pet. I was able to put my pet on Prowl, start eating some food, and then go invisible and just kind of chill there. I was able to feign death. Like, one of the times that I survived, it was because of the fact that I could Prowl. What's it called? Is it Prowl? I think it is Prowl. No, I think that's Druid. I think I'm thinking of Druid Prowl. Shadow Meld. Yeah, Shadow Meld is the ability that I'm thinking of. But one of the reasons that I could survive on my Hunter one time is because I was able to Shadow Meld, and then while I was Shadow Meld, because I was going to die, I was able to feign death, and then while the area was still pretty populated with bad guys, I was able to immediately go into a Shadow Meld, and then recover a tiny bit there while in Shadow Meld form, and then once I was recovered a bit, I was able to place down a trap, and then bring my pet back to life, and then heal him back up, and then finish off the encounter. So that was one of the reasons that I was pretty happy with the Shadow Meld ability. Yeah, because Hunters, they can get into some tricky situations. There we go. We're making our way over this way. We're going to go ahead and turn in this quest called The Lies That Bind Us. And it should lead into the Lies That Bind Us Part 2. I'm going to take a look what else is over here. I believe there's a vendor somewhere over this way that does sell male stuff. Oh wait, this. Okay, so he does sell some stuff, right? I resist. Okay, nothing too crazy. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and turn in this quest and pick up The Lies That Bind Us Part 2.
For the Horde.
there. I don't think copper. Oh no. By smelting these copper, I'm just gonna quickly smelt the 3 copper ores because that'll turn the bars. They'll take up one less spot in my bags as well. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and do the rest of the raptor horns. We're gonna be taking out some raptors and other things in this area. Hopefully not pulling too many bad guys, but we're gonna be focusing on taking out some raptors here and completing a good portion of the quest for Chen's empty keg. Oh, I already got that one. So we're just kind of doing the raptor horn. What's a raptor again? I'll let that go. Does anybody have any fun weekend plans? Anything fun they'd like to share? Anything wins for this week? Any fun wins? I just made on my... I made 2 videos this week for my other YouTube channel. I run another channel on YouTube called Brent Investing on the Go. I talk about different areas like I'm investing, and this past week on Thursday we did our update on the channel. So every Thursday, I started 5 weeks ago, I'm showcasing that on a week-by-week basis. Like my son is looking to start investing. He's 10 right now, so he's been watching the whole process now. But what I'm trying to work with him is just that $25 on a weekly basis can add up. Right now we're on week 5 of our $1,000 goal, so it's going to run for about a year, this challenge. And the whole thing behind the challenge is to get people to invest or deposit and save up of at least $1,000. And this is just by depositing $25 on a weekly basis. And in the challenge every week, I kind of showcase the number of the capital that we're depositing into the account, and then the amount of shares that we're purchasing of the company. I'm just buying into the S&P 500, so it's nothing fancy. And then I'm showing the amount of fractional shares that we're able to purchase, how those fractional shares are building up over time. We're on week 5. We've acquired over a fourth of a full share. And then we have market return coverage every week, and then our total return. So in total, over the past 5 weeks, we're up around 2%, which makes, with $150 in the account so far, it's up $3. Well, I was explaining to him that, $3 is a lot better than what you'd make at your traditional bank. So if you have a traditional bank account out there that's making a 0.01, 0.04 return on interest, that you would have already made more money in the last 5 weeks than you would have had you just deposited into a regular bank account. So he's getting to the point now where he wants to start moving his money and investing it a little bit more earlier on. His week initially, like his first goals was to save up for a 3D printer. But after talking with him, and he came back to me and kind of let me know, hey, I don't actually want a 3D printer anymore. The 3D printer, if I buy the 3D printer, it's going to have maintenance issues. He talked to me about the plastic material that goes into it. You're going to have to buy that separately. There's a bunch of accessories that go along with it. And he's like, I don't want to have to deal with buying and trying to make the firmament. I think it's called like firmament or something like that. That's printed with it. I don't want to have to mess with it, buy new stuff, replace it, try and work it, troubleshoot it all. This is going to add up to like several $100s beyond the base of the cost of the printer. So that's why he changed his goal from a 3D printer to a scooter. So he got an electric scooter instead with his money, and yeah, he's already driven his electric scooter here for a few times, and find out that yes, it is something that he enjoys. But he just wants something a little bit faster. I need one more intact raptor horn. And then once we get these raptor horns, we're gonna go ahead and make our way into the Harpy area and do Harpy Raiders as well. But right now, I'm keeping an eye out. I'm looking for some raptors on the way through here. And then we're gonna go ahead and knock out harpies. So I see a raptor right over there. That should finish off my quest called Raptor Horns. And God Squad, welcome into the stream. God Squad, welcome in. First
How are
time.
you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself? Oh my goodness, look at this. Level 43 warrior, orc warrior, died in Stranglethorn Vale to a Skull Splinter Headhunter. That is rough. Level 43 dying in Stranglethorn. That's in this little area down here. Stranglethorn Vale, right in this area. Let's see, Kurobashi Arena. No, he died right up here. He died right up in this range right here, I'm pretty sure. That is not a fun place. Like, those guys can be overwhelming. And if you get trapped or you get runners, oh yeah. Chat's like
Nordaner server.
Yes, we're playing on the Nordaner server. We're playing hardcore on the PvP server. It would not be fun to play hardcore on the PvP server, but
I'm
I know there
starting today
are...
HC.
Oh nice, congratulations. Congratulations. Hardcore is where it's at. Hardcore makes the game a lot more enjoyable. Your heart rate's going to get pounding a bit more, right? You can see my heart rate down there, right there. Beep, beep. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Do you know what character you're going to be rolling? Have you decided on a class? Let's see. It was Phalis who was going to be rolling a Night Elf, I believe. I think we have one other hardcore player right now in the chat, and that was Phalis. Why my chat doesn't... Oh no, there. Take a... I don't miss any comments. Bram says you're doing well. Awesome. Okay, got that comment. Got that comment. Quick. Check over here. Oh man, I'm stuck on episode. Oh, that was Howitt. Howitt, you're playing hardcore, aren't you? Trying to take. I know we had a couple hardcore players in the chat. Thank you for the follow, God Squads. God Squads with the follow. Appreciate that. Add. I like to add people onto my notes that are playing on the server. That
Yeah, just started.
Hardcore. Howard says, "Yep, just started." Awesome. Appreciate the follow, God Squad. Howard started a hardcore priest. Hardcore. Nice. Yeah, I think priests will be enjoyable. Priests are super... I always like priests in my group. The fortitude buff, the spirit buff, the power ward shields. Like, priests have a really, like, a nice set of utility. Like, priests in general, right? Priests can add up to 500 health to your life. At level 60, that's a lot of health. Like 500 extra health just by getting buffed with a fortitude buff. That's a lot. Fine. He's a level 20. Not even hardcore, so we're not gonna. I was watching. He's a flag player. I don't know where these things are gonna run back to. I think these guys might run. Let's go ahead and waste some run.
Srey, I'm cooking, haha.
Let's see. Sorry, I'm cooking. Hey, it's all good. Must be a little bit later than for me. A little bit late. What time is it here? It is 10:30 in the morning. Sounds good. I had some oats for meal. I had some oats, berry, and some kind of like chai seeds, I think, like that. Something like that. I don't know. We always try and have like a little bit of a packed breakfast. Something like healthy as a good start to kind of boost the morning. And then I have my tea here I haven't touched. But I have my...
Turtle wow, it's better from Classic.
Yes. Horde WoW is 100% better than Classic. Classic was fun. I did play Classic for a while. When Classic got released in 2019, I played Classic for a short time. But then, like, that brought back
And
the
have too
nostalgia.
many HC players.
There could always be more hardcore players. I would love to have a server that is hardcore server, hardcore players. Because then you know every single player that you see around you is a hardcore player. It would just make the game much more enjoyable for me, knowing that everyone around me is hardcore, everyone around them is hardcore. If somebody was in trouble, I could help them out. We were all working towards the same goal. We could all party, we could all group. There's no fighting or bickering between, you know, a hardcore player or a softcore player trying to tag a specific node, or running in and getting herbs, or getting that mine node, or stealing the tag from a monster that we've been sitting there for 5 minutes trying to wait for, and then a softcore player runs up and tags it already. So, yes, I would like a hardcore only server. While it is nice to have hardcore and softcore players on the server to make the world seem more full, at the same time, I would like to just have a straight hardcore vanilla plus server, you know, that has all of these changes, because there is a hardcore server out there that I did check out. It's called like wowhc.something, but the player base is around 400, but it is strictly only vanilla. It's not a vanilla plus server. And while I like vanilla, I don't like the vanilla experience. I like the vanilla plus. I became spoiled from Turtle WoW. I've played Turtle WoW now for several years, and I became spoiled to the fact that I just love the content. I love the changes that they've implemented on the game. I love the new zones, the new dungeons.
For me, need to make one server only for HC with different or if you want self-made.
Yes, that would be, yeah, that was one of my suggestions in the Discord server, and I think I put the suggestion in the forums in the past. Like, we should have, the hardcore community should have their own hardcore server. The normal players that are all hardcore, because it is a straight hardcore server, I would like to have all players still have access to the auction house, but there's restrictions still in place for the plus or 5 levels. This would restrict players from being able to be enchanted by a level 60, so you couldn't just trade a level 60 to get all your gear enchanted with the best enchants for leveling, like fire enchant and stuff like that. It would still restrict you by being carried in dungeons from other level, you know, high level players. So I still believe that there should be some restrictions in play that would prevent players from just kind of grouping up. I'm going to sell this old shield. I did manage to sit by the vendor and pick up the bear buckler. So that's a win right there. I'm going to get a new shield here at 18. But I like having access to the auction house, honestly. You're not always going to find that player
Or different
that you
layer.
buy. No, I don't care much for layers. I disagree with the layers. I do not like having layers. Oh, you're talking about maybe splitting softcore and hardcore onto different layers? That I wouldn't mind. Layering in the way that hardcore players would play on one layer, softcore players would play on a separate layer, that is fine. Like, I could get behind that idea, where you could decide when you log on to the game, you would be put on the hardcore layer, but if because then you'd be swapping layers between hardcore and softcore layers. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having one server, but I would want that.
Can you accidentally flag PvP in hardcore? I right-clicked on an ally once trying to click the flight master and immediately died on my softcore druid.
You can click on NPCs as a hardcore player. You can't click on other players.
Yes, only for HC.
There we go. Completed that quest. Completed the Harpy Raiders. Good. Let's see what quest this is. Preventing poison. Okay, we're gonna run back out of here and finish up the quest called Preventing Poison. Then we're going to be hearthing back. So preventing poison. Go ahead and skedazzle out of here. Preventing poison. Let me go look it up in the chat right here. We've only got 0 vaccinated out of 10. Holy cow. We're also 1 bubble away from level 8. Awesome. Let's go ahead and take out some harpies on the way out. Let's see. Can you accidentally flag on PvP for hardcore? So, I'll go ahead and showcase in a little bit, but you cannot attack another player that is PvP flagged on the opposing faction. You can't buff them and you can't attack them. It'll say that target doesn't exist. I've tried to do it in the past. If you try and use Consecration or Blizzard on the specific target, your Blizzard, your Consecration, your Rain of Fire, it won't affect players that are flagged. So if they try and run underneath your Blizzard or something, you can't flag yourself for PvP. If you type /P in the chat and then you become flagged, at that time that you are flagged, you can then attack other PvP players. But I would never encourage people to do /PvP because that's a quick way to end up in the grave. But yeah, you can attack other players, but you have to intentionally type /PvP. NPCs, I believe, are different. So if you go to the wrong flight path guide, there's nothing in place that'll prevent you from smacking the opposing NPC. Just like in Swamp of Sorrows. Just like in Swamp of Sorrows, there is Stonard grunts that are PvP flagged. They will attack you. You attack them, you become flagged. So as an Alliance player, I would be very careful of zones similar to the Swamp of Sorrows and stuff like that. Because I know we'll take out this guy. He's bleeding. We'll win. Right? We'll win. Bleeding. Die. Go ahead and eat some. Swamp of Sorrows is a really difficult area for a lot of Alliance players because a lot of them, oftentimes, they run just a little bit too close to that Horde grunt. They get a little bit too close to the town Stonard. There's so many NPCs in the zone that are flagged. There's a bunch of level 50s and level 60s trying to get into Blasted Lands, trying to get the Sunken Temple. That if you're a hardcore player as an Alliance player in Swamp of Sorrows and you get flagged, you're more than likely gonna get die that same instance unless you're able to Hearthstone out and take a flight path. And that happened to my paladin way back when
BSB
I was
wears on ZL3 Oz 9G3.
What? That is ban. I don't know how that got through the chat. Usually
Okay, cool. Yeah, was in Ratchet and was an accidental click. Just wanted to know if I had to watch that if starting hardcore.
You would still want to watch it if you're accidentally clicking on flight path guys, but you shouldn't be able to accidentally click on players. Okay, you should be safe on the player side. Take out this raptor, then we're gonna...
Do you have Discord?
I do have a Discord server. If you do !Discord, my bot should post the link to the Discord server. And inside the Discord server, there is some information in terms of WoW. I have a hardcore, not a hardcore WoW channel, but I do have a Turtle WoW info channel on my Discord server that has some information about Turtle WoW. So if players are looking to get started on Turtle WoW, I do have some information on there on where to download the client, download add-ons, some info on like different classes that I've played specifically. I have some macro suggestions that I've used myself. I got some boots. I got some leather boots. They're not as high armor as my current boots, but guess what? I get stamina. And so there we go. I replaced my white warrior boots with the leather green boots, but I got 3 stamina and 2 spirit. Do you have Discord? Yes, I do have the Discord. Did that work there in the chat if you do !Discord? My bot should be here. Oh, there is my bot. Bot's here. Okay, so we're still working on this quest called the preventing the poison. I'm going to be running around here. and looking for the poison gazelle.
No, it was a player that passed by as I tried to click the flight master and instead attacked the player, lol.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that as a hardcore player. It'll say like character doesn't exist or something like that. I'll show you. If there's a flag player that swings by, I'll try and run up and I'll show you that we can't hit them. But yeah, there's things that are in place. Like if I try and charge at a PvP flag player, it'll say that that player doesn't exist. Like right here, it's showing invalid target. I know they're a Horde player, but it's just telling me it's an invalid target. It'll do something along the lines like that. Okay, so we're looking for a unit skin. Thickly. Okay, so we're looking for some sickly gazelles. I see somebody was taking them out over here. Oh, there's a boy. We're gonna do a loop through here, and hopefully find some sickly gazelles. Open.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah, not a problem. No problemo. Somebody took out all these guys. I think I might just hearth. No, we're just gonna run down through here. Whoopsie. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of run on down. I'm looking for a sickly gazelle. And there's a bunch located over here. I'm gonna go ahead and loop through here and run this way and try and knock out that sickly gazelle quest. I'm also gonna try and hit level 18. I should hit level 18 by turning in all these quests as well. But we're gonna hit level 18, go train and get my mining. Oh, we're back in town. We got a priest, I think a druid, a warrior leveling on the hardcore side. It looks like we had. And what was another? The God Squad. You said you started a hardcore character as well, right? Started a hardcore today. What character are you leveling? I don't think I heard that. What kind of hardcore character are you leveling up, God Squad? Oh, that's cool. Look at this druid. See, these are some of the cool things that you see in World of Warcraft right here. Like the Turtle WoW, you see people with like the custom skins right here. That's a really cool custom druid skin right there. I like that. It was like an, you know, a polar bear almost in a way. So that could be acquired through /shop. Go to skins, right? Or is that glyph? It's a glyph. So for just 150 tokens, you can get glyph of the ice bear. And you can have it that your bear form will take on the appearance of the bear. You also have glyph of the frost saber, so in cat form you'll look like the frost saber. That's pretty cool too. Glyph of stars. While active, your moonkin form will take the appearance of an astral form. So that basically makes you kind of like see-through. That will make you see-through. So these are all different things for the... Oh, there's one somewhere. Oh, there it is right there. There he is. There he is. Let's go kill that guy. No. Good player.
Hunter Orc.
Hunter Orc? Oh, nice. Hunters and orcs are good. God Squad. Hunter Orc. Nice. Okay, that's a good combination right there. Go ahead and add spell to my unit scan again, and there's another one way over there. Let's go heal him. Yeah, right now we're just kind of running around. We're going to be healing up these gazelles. And then once we're done with this quest, we'll head in back into Crossroads. The reason that I'm doing this quest right here right now is that I'm going to be hitting level 18 soon. And That was another. There's copper over there. I'm not going to go for the copper. Dark Moon Ferry is still in Goldshire, but this Sunday I might do like a little quick stream on Sunday because I do want to get my turtle mount. I'm going to be away from my computer for about a week and a half here starting on Monday. We're going to be traveling out of town and out of area where I'm not going to have access to my computer for about a week and a half. And on Sunday will be my time and only time that I'll be able to get my mount. So what I'm going to do is today I'm going to hit level 18, at least level 18, hopefully level 19 by the very end of the stream. And then on Sunday, once the Dark Moon Ferry is back in Mulgore, we're going to be doing the turtle mount all over again. There's another one located somewhere over this way. There it is. We're going to be getting the turtle mount back on this guy because running as a warrior, there's no increased speed. I'm not a shaman, a druid, a hunter. You know, those classes have a super easy mode, being able to just run, target. Kill this guy. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Boom. Ow. Wow. There's another one somewhere. I don't know. It says that it's here somewhere. I'm targeting up. There it is, right there. There it is. There it is. Hear ye, hear ye. But yeah, I'm going to be out of town, unable to play World of Warcraft, so I want to be able to do my Dark Moon Ferry quest, and I'm going to complete that all on Sunday. Level up our bow skill. And oh my god, this quest. Yes!
OMG, this quest.
This quest is annoying, and it takes a while, but luckily, I use unit scan. You see how I'm getting notifications? So every time I have a macro right here, right here, unit scan macro, all it does is I use the unit scan add-on, and I just do /unit scan sickly gazelle. So anytime unit scan is going to be looking for these for me, and then I just have to run around and heal them.
I'm trying to cure the gazelle and some random guy kill it.
That's gonna happen sometimes. That is gonna happen. That happened to me last time so many times. It was like 3 or 4 times when I was running up to a gazelle and I was in the process of healing them, and then they would shoot it. Now, if you heal a gazelle but you don't get the credit because you used the charge to heal, but you didn't get the heal off, you have to restart the whole quest. So if you're at 8, you've already cured 8, and you go to cure another one, and they kill your gazelle before you heal them, and now you only have 1 charge left, but you're left with 8 out of 10. You have to drop the quest and go back and pick the quest back up. It's a really annoying quest. 100% annoying. But level 11 died. I could see that happen. I could definitely see how that happened. And there's another one somewhere around here. Oh, there it is right there. We're at 6 out of 10, so we're getting there. We just need 4 more of these guys. We'll skip. 4 more. Yeah, this quest can be a bit of a pain.
What does slow and steady do?
Slow and steady makes it so I get 50% less experience when fighting mobs in the open world. So anytime that I defeat a bad guy, if I were to get 200 experience normally, I would only make 100 experience from that target instead. So slow and steady, it just decreases the experience that you're getting in the overworld. It also gives you bonuses. So every 10 levels that you level with slow and steady, you get rewards. At level 10, I got this reward right here, called the Adventure Belt Pouch. So at level 10, oh, how did that guy not die in my one shot? I'm not One Punch Man. Oh, he just. There's another one back there. I think that hunter might be going for it. Nah, he's level 20. So every 10 levels you get an award. At level 10, you get this adventure belt. At level 20, I think you get a torch that's pretty much garbage. At level 30, you get the ogre costume, so you can turn into an ogre every hour. You get to turn into an ogre for about every hour you can turn into an ogre for 10 minutes at a time. At level 40, you get at level. Let's see, all the things are on the website as far as like what you get, but I kind of forget what you get at level 40. I think at level 50, you get the Murloc costume, so you can turn into a Murloc anytime you'd like. I like using the Murloc costume for me. We are at 9 out of 10. We just need one more. Also, there might be some tin. No, it's copper. It's copper. But hey, it's better than nothing. If I can see. Got a new chest plate. Hey, it's mail. Hey, we got a green chest piece. Nice. We just upgraded our chest piece. We went from 97 armor gray item to 129 armor green items. That's decent. It's not like super good, but hey, it's better than nothing. We're actually in a pretty good selection of greens now. I think a good majority of our items are greens. We'll go ahead and do a quick recap of our gear here. But yeah, that's what Slow and Steady does. Slow and Steady, you get 50% less experience when
Oh,
you're
that
fighting
sounds cool
mobs
and a
in
good
the
way to see
overworld.
all the new stuff.
Yes, yeah, that's why I suggest Slow and Steady. There's a lot of rewards. Like, it doesn't really feel super slow. A lot of people say like they don't like Slow and Steady, but I like the journey to level 60. I like World of Warcraft added a ton of content, and if you're just rushing to level 60 just so you can, dungeon spam a specific dungeon for gear or raid log, then you could do that, right? But getting to level 60, I've got to level 60 dozens of times now through classic, through vanilla, through hardcore, even regular stuff. Like, getting to level 60 isn't the fun part. Being level 60 isn't the fun part for me, like gearing up every single guy just so you can go and clear the same dungeon, the same raid that I've already done dozens of times. I like seeing and exploring the world, especially on Turtle WoW server, right? Because they've added so much additional content that it just makes it a lot of fun to just go and explore. Hardcore, it does make it a little bit difficult sometimes to go off and explore because you don't know the situation you're going to put yourself in. But for the most part, they do a pretty good job of not overdoing. Okay, let's go ahead. We're back in Crossroads. I'm going to go ahead and I don't have anything to sell, so we're going to go outside. We're going to go ahead and turn in Prowlers of the Baron. We're going to go ahead and turn in Prowlers of the Barons right here. And that should pick up the quest called Ichiya. And we hit level 18. So we're going to go ahead and pick up Ichiyaki. We get a new talent point. We're going to put a talent point into Improved Thunderclap. So on this go run, on this playthrough, I'm not using Deflection. I'm going to be putting points into Improved Thunderclap because I am going to be tanking all the dungeons. If I do a dungeon on Hardcore, I'm going to be leading and tanking that dungeon. So I'm putting points in my talent tree to help me level as arms, but also help me level in the way that, improves my tanking ability.
Victory or death.
So, Improved Thunderclap, it increases the damage of my Thunderclap by 60% and decreases the rage required by that goes like what? Now it's 2 rage, but the next point is 4 rage. So it'll cost 16 rage to Thunderclap. Yes. Okay, heading down south just a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and be turning in a quest. We got the Forgotten Poisoning quest that we just completed. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up. This thing got nerfed hard. If anybody out there had played on the server in the past, this Water of Vision offhand, super overpowered. It would be like I think it was a 2 minute. It was a 2 minute rechargeable mana potion that would recover around 200 mana every 2 minutes. You could use it in bear form too. So when I was leveling my druid, if you watch my druid playthrough, I pick up the water vision, and I am chugging this thing all the time through my Wailing Caverns. I'm able to use it while in bear form. It was super useful. They nerfed the heck out of this thing. We're gonna go ahead and pick up the brave rifle, and then we're also gonna turn in the Forgotten Pool. This is for the Wailing Caverns quest. We're gonna go ahead and pick up the Stagnant Oasis. If you're a druid, you might also do your Principal Source there quest as well. Now we're gonna go head up over here by the tower and turn in RP Raiders quest. I think up top. I'm all the way up there. Looking for group RFC level 15 Hammond. And welcome back, God Squad. Okay, we're gonna turn in Harpy Raiders and pick up Harpy Lieutenants. We're gonna go ahead and pick up Report to Kadrak. We're gonna go ahead and
checking your add-ons.
Checking my add-ons. Oh yeah, I have a whole video. I haven't downloaded or installed any new recent add-ons. So if you do watch the add-on video that I made here recently on YouTube, then you should see all of the current add-ons that I use on the server. Go ahead and sell off the bit. Got my new shield that I purchased from the vendor. Nice. I wish that was a mine. Oh, we're level 18. Okay, so before we head into Stone Talon Mountains right now, we're going to be doing a few quests in Stone Talon Mountains. We're going to be doing some of the early quests within here in the escort
HC quests. Where can I find?
HC quest. Quest. I think I know quest. Oh, maybe HC deaths. Turtle Wow Wiki. So Turtle Wow. Add-on. So if you type in Turtle Wow add-on wiki of HC deaths. Deaths is add-on. This is the add-on. I don't know. You're over on Twitch. So if you're looking for HC Quest, you're looking for HC Quest. HC Quest is also on the list. I see it right here. If you're trying to locate a bunch of add-ons for Turtle Owl,
HC Quests, not the ads.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. I saw that is a hardcore quest add-on. So if you head over to the Turtle Wow fandom wiki page and you click on their add-ons, right below HC deaths, there's going to be the HC filter and HC quests.
I know.
HC quest adds a quest warning and information for PvP and dangerous quests.
Quest not in list.
Oh, it's not in your list? I'll post a link then. Adds Turtle Wow hardcore deaths information on the mobs and warn helps prevent accidental people flagging and warns when. Oh, okay, there's a bunch of stuff I haven't ever seen before. So here is the hardcore quest add-on link. Okay, got that posted in the chat. Okay, let's go ahead and do a quick. While we're flying, we'll just do a quick recap of gear and talents here, okay? So we're level now 18, and we have 2 points into improved rend. We got 3 points into tactical mastery. After tactical mastery, we opened up our second tier of abilities. We went into improved charge. 2 out of 2 points in here. That means that every time that we charge into a mob, we generate 19 rage by just charging in. Right now, we're working on improved thunderclap. This is going to decrease the amount of rage, or increase It's going to decrease the amount of rage required for us to thunderclap. So immediately after charging in, I can thunderclap and then swap to my defensive stance if I'm tanking. This is going to increase that damage by 60%, increasing my overall threat, just making it a lot more available when I am tanking. After I put another point into improved thunderclap, we're going to be moving up into improved overpower, and then getting deep wounds, and then getting two-hand weapon specialization, picking up impale, and then moving up into master of arms, and then precision cut. I think that's kind of the route that we're going to be heading, or maybe get some sweep strikes in there as well. But that's kind of our talents at the moment. As far as gear goes for us, we have the scuffy cloth hat. I might not even use, like, this is almost 10 silver right there. We have the Wrangler's Cloak of the Monkey. I picked this up off a Raptor. I just found the battle chain today. It's got 2 strength, 1 agility. I made my own bracers. I made the Ruined Copper bracers, 2 strength, 2 stamina. I made myself the Copper Gauntlets, 2 strength, 1 stamina. I bought some kits on there as well. I found the Soldier Girdle in RFC. The Gargoyle Pants I picked up from the RFC quest. The Bandit Boots of the Whale, I think I just picked these up. Yeah, I was taking out harpies. I just picked these up. They're leather, but they were better than my other mail pieces. I'm wearing an intellect ring so I can actually read my quests. And I'm wearing the Brawler's Ring, which gives me 10 armor, 1 strength, 1 stamina. And then as far as gear, I got the Axe of Ogrimmar. This is from the RFC quest as well. And then the Sturdy Shortbow from the Raven Tusk Trolls Reputation. So that is all of our current gear. Bram says you're doing good. Awesome, Bram. Okay, making sure we got all that. That in. Okay. Okay, so what are we doing in Ogrimmar? We're gonna go ahead and train mining, and we're gonna go ahead and train. Should we do RFC? Should we do RFC? There's a group right now looking for 2 people for RFC. Should we do the dungeon? Not, since we're in Ogrimmar. I don't know. I don't want to go out of the way. About 21 bubbles of rusted experience. Okay, so what are we going to do right now? We are going to go ahead and train warrior talents. I'm going to go ahead and train mining. I think the mining is around here, right? Maybe not. Maybe it is over by the blacksmithing guy. I don't know. Let's go ahead and talk to a guard. I always forget where mining's at here. Professional trainer. Mining. Level 18 paladin has died in Westfall. Rip. Okay, that's where the mining guy's at. Okay. That's where the mining guy's at. Open for someone that can tank and heal. You got a shield? Oh, no, I don't want a shield. I'm good. Yeah, I don't want to tank another RFC. We are good. I had to stop telling. Let's go ahead and get Journeyman. Go ahead and get Journeyman. We're going to go ahead and also get some recipe. All of that. Want some. Ah, my. Smelting up some tin, which will get to bronze. I'll be able to craft up my shield. Sorry, my chest plate. We're finally getting into the bronze stage. This is our very first time getting some bronze right now. So that is good. I also found a piece of silver out of a chest. That's pretty cool. And there we go. Let's go ahead and see what I can make here. I can make myself a decent chest. 177 armor, 6 stamina, 4 defense. That would be like the first big piece that I could make. quick. I have the silver rod. I might just make a quick silver rod and see if I can sell this. There's always someone that'll want to buy. Oh wait, I can own the sell. Gonna get some rough stuff. Fire an anvil. Guess I can't craft anything without the anvil. And yeah, if you guys have any specific questions, definitely let me know in the chat there. They're looking for more RFC tank heal deep. I know for a fact we could probably tank RFC pretty good at this point. Plus or minus 18, well in the cell. Tank. And then we can make the boots. 6. Yes. 6 plus 7 is 13. That is unfortunate. I need one more. Which one do I benefit the most from? This increases my armor by around 60. Increases my armor by around 40. So the boots are probably best in spot to make now. Then I'll save up a little bit of bronze, then make that next step up. That I had. Okay. Put that. That's as much as that. Good one. That. Do I have room in the bank? Yeah, I do. Put a room. Have much room. Some room. And soon level 20. Welcome into the stream, Lookout. Soon level 20. What character are you leveling? Playing hardcore? Are you playing normal? Right? I think you were leveling. You weren't a druid, right? Out. Hasn't played yet. Oh, you haven't. Okay, I still have it. So you started playing and you're level 20 soon. Nice. What class are you playing? Yeah, druid. Okay, you are playing the druid. Okay. Nice. That's always fun. Druids are a lot of fun. If you're almost level druid, almost level 20, that's where druids really begin to skill. Because at level 20, you get access to your platform. You get a bunch of really cool abilities. Like your damage scaling just begins to go wild at level 20. And then back OT, since I'm here. Hey, I get my very first neck piece, which is nothing of you, but hey, it's. Look here, come on. Okay, so I think we're done here, right? I came to the city. Oh, I never trained. Holy cow! I almost never trained my level 18. Have a mule? Yes, I do have a mule. I did slow and steady on my last characters. So every time I do slow and steady, every character that I've leveled, I've essentially leveled with slow and steady. So when you're leveling slow and steady, guys, this is another benefit of slow and steady. If you level slow and steady and you hit level 60, you get 200 tokens that you can shop. So I could do /shop right now. I still have 185 tokens on this guy. That is because I've leveled 2 characters already to level 60 on this account. And I think I had some tokens as well from the two multi-factor authentication. So I was able to get a few tokens in there. We're going to go ahead and get Thunderclap rank 2. I'm gonna get pummel. Yes, and disarm. So there we go. We got Thunderclap rank 2. That's automatically updated. I got pummel. So that is going to be super useful. I can go into my pummel macro. Where is pummel macro? Pummel macros. Then got also, what else do we got? Disarms. That's in my defensive stance. Yep. Defensive. There we go.
Oh, too many macros. I'm not really
macros.
liking the Night Elf starting zone. Gonna make a new character and turn on slow and steady after I've eaten.
Ah, okay. You're not really liking the Night Elf starting zone. If it's something you haven't done in a while, yeah, Night Elf starting zone, of the starting zones that you can play in, I find that the Night Elf starting zone is probably the hardest of all of them. The reason for that is that you have to do a couple cave quests right off the bat. You know, you have to do cave quests in the orc area too, but I feel like the spider area inside of the Night Elf area a little bit high-tuned. Also, there's a demon quest after you make your way out of starter zone on the Night Elf, then have to go and fight a demon inside of the cave. That guy is pretty strong. And then you have to go into like the Furberg cave as well and fight demons inside of that cave as well. Like there's 3 caves before you hit level 10 or level 12. You're diving already into 3 different caves. That makes it really difficult. The mob density is really high. There's casters inside of there, and those casters hurt. In as a high elf, I think you have 1 cave quest. Like I'm thinking there, like as a high elf player, you have 1 cave quest. And it's like right over here, the Far Strider cave. You have to kind of go in there and take out some Murlocs, I believe. But that is it. Like that is it. If you're an Alliance player starting in Elwyn Forest, you do have like the cave down here. But this cave down here, like the whatever, like Gold Sniffer, whatever his name is, there is so many players running in and out of that looking for ore, taking out the mobs. Like everything is usually dead already, so your chances of dying there are super low. This cave over here, the very first time you get to it, you only have to go into it to complete the quest, and then you're running back out. The next time that you run into it, you're already super high leveled. You have to take out the spiders in the back. But at that time, you're already at that level, and the spiders are super low level in comparison to the other stuff, you know, in comparison to where you'll be at. So there's not a lot of risk as a human in that starter zone. If you are a dwarf or gnome, the starter zone doesn't actually have, I know they have 1 cave quest, and that can be a little bit of a challenge, right? In the back. There's that cave you got to go back into. Sometimes there's like an elite spawn back there that spawns. It doesn't show up on my map. I thought there was an elite rare spawn that spawns back there sometimes. But sometimes he appears back there as well. Look at that, level 18 with their sword and board, have roughly 650 life. Pretty good amount of. Let's go ahead and be making our way now to Stone Talon Mountain. This guy's looking for 1 more for RFC. There's a bunch of groups for RFC right now. There's 1 more, El Reese, that's looking for 1 more for RFC. And then Renaissance, which is looking for a tank and
I don't like the Night Elf starting zone either. It's annoying as a solo player with no gear.
Yeah, Howitz is in agreement with me. Howitz is in agreement with me that the Night Elf zone is one of the tougher zones. Like you already have to dive into multiple cave quests, and every single cave quest over there outside of the spider one is pretty difficult. The demon cave, the Furberg cave are pretty difficult. A lot of people skip that Furberg cave because the density in there and they run. It's pretty much like a death trap. And I've started zone either. It's a okay. Oh, that's Miles Morales. Hey, what is up? Welcome into the stream, Miles. Mr. Miles Morales, Mr. Spider-Man over there. Did you watch both of the Spider-Mans? What's it called? Like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and then the second one. Or maybe that is the second one. I liked both of the movies that came out. I didn't even realize that the second Spider-Man with Miles Morales actually had came out until I watched it with the kiddos. But I enjoyed it. It was a lot. It was pretty good. Got a new art. That back up. Okay, so we don't actually get much of an upgrade, but I am able to pick this up and sell it. Then we'll go ahead and also turn in the leader quest.
For the Horde.
We're gonna get a quest called Varog the Devrosh. Got that all done and complete. Go, go, go.
Yeah, can't wait until the third movie.
I didn't know they'll have a plan for a third movie. I don't know. Let's go look at a movie. I haven't seen any new movies at all. The last movie that I saw in theaters, I believe. What was the last one? Quick look through. I can't think of the last movie. Oh, the last movie that I went to with my kids. We went and saw the Minecraft movie. So that was the last movie that we went to in several years. Prior to that, I think the last movie that we went to in theaters was Sonic 3. My kids, like whenever like a good movie comes out that we all are kind of interested in, like we'll go check it out. But yeah, me and the kids, we went to Minecraft, watched the movie in theaters. Like our theater was nowhere like what they showed on YouTube, where people were throwing popcorn. Someone brought a chicken into the audience and was saying like, you know, jockey. Oh, it's a forgot what the saying is. My son, he's telling me that everybody in his school was now saying chicken jockey. Yeah, chicken jockey. You know, if you charge at a character, if you charge at one of these but don't attack it, oh, attack it. I don't know, for whatever reason I ended up. Glad I tested it with Baron Street. I thought I could hit escape when I charge and not have it hit me back. But right now, guys, we're going to be making our way into Spirits of Stone Talon. There is another quest as well we can knock out that'll give us access to a trinket. We could either do that now or do it later. I think I'm going to knock it out now. So we're going to go ahead and flip it up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and knock out the trinket quest now. So I'll be able to have another trinket. And then we'll run in the Stone Talon Mountains, knock out Kaya, rescue Kaya, do some other stuff in the area, and then do some other quests over this as well. So we're going to knock out a few different quests here. We're already halfway to level 19. Just by, you know, we did a bunch of quests. We turned them all in. Slow and steady isn't as slow when you're doing quests. That's why, you know, I enjoy slow and steady because it kind of forces you to do quests, but I enjoy running around doing the questing experience. I enjoy it. I like exploring. I like the adventure. I look pretty scruffy with my hat and my helmet. Okay, so we've reached Suntail Pass. Okay, so you can do this now as well, guys. If you ever get to the point where you're right around level 18, you want to get a pretty good trinket that gives you 2 HP 5. Head towards you're going to Stone Talon Mountains, and then make your way up into Suntail Pass. Over here on the left-hand side, there's going to be 2 quests. Oh, people are spamming back and forth. You should not have it, right? You don't have it. This next guy over here. Duffy cloth hat, the coolest hat. We're gonna go ahead and get continuing ceremonies. This is the little trinket right here. It gives me 1 spirit and 2 HP 5. So every 5 seconds, I'm going to recover 2 health, which isn't a lot, right? But when you're combining that with your other natural regeneration, and as a warrior, we really don't have a lot of regeneration. It's gonna be kind of useful. Oh, there we go. Let's go ahead and knock this quest out. And it's pretty quick. It's a pretty quick quest. So our first object that we're going to be getting over here is the basket located in this back area back here. And if you guys haven't done it yet on YouTube, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, I would really appreciate if you go down below, close the chat for just a minute and hit the thumbs up button. Would really appreciate it. It helps others, you know, it tells YouTube that, hey, people enjoy this content and recommends it to other people as well. So if you were out there
I'm working at 04:30 o'clock.
Holy cow. I remember those hours. When I was in the military, I used to work the night shift. So I would work from 6 p.m. until 6 in the morning. So I would run 12-hour shifts and run from 6 in the morning till 6 at night till 6 in the morning. So I would go into work and it would be pitch black, and I would come out from work and it'd be pretty pitch black at night in the morning in the winter time. Like I rarely saw the sun in the winter time when I was working the 12-hour shifts. Most of my jobs in the military, I never had access to windows. I always was in some sort of a vaulted up place. It was I didn't get a lot of vitamin D from the sunlight. It was fun. Level 11 died out here. Poor guy. There should be another thing we can pick up right here on the ground. Right there is the Drum of Passing. We're going to go ahead and get the Drum of Passing right here. And then inside this cave, in the very back, we're going to go ahead and pick up the Spirit Beads, which is what's going to complete the quest for us. Yeah, what was your favorite of the Spider-Man movies, like the Miles Morales? I enjoyed the first one. I really liked the multiverse. So it was Into the Spider-Verse. So the first one was Into the Spider-Verse. That opened up the whole thing between him being the other Spider-Man. I thought it was just kind of cool that they actually kind of got into that story. I didn't read a whole lot of... I read a lot of comics as a kid, like a lot of Spider-Man comics. I used to love reading a ton of my Spider-Man and X-Men comics kind of growing up. But I don't ever remember reading into like the Spider-Verse, all the different universes. I don't think I ever got that far into it all. I can probably rock level 27 Warlock. Just died to a Morgosh Mystic that was level 19 in the Morgosh Stronghold. I think those are elites, guys. I think those are the elite ogres in Loch Madon. Those are in Loch Madon. Thunderclap. Yeah, right on back here, there should be Spirit Bead somewhere back in this area here. hasn't respawned. Bam! Auto crit for 100. Push. Interesting. That has this whole place. Oh wait, it's right here. Wait, that's not it. What is it? It says ceremonial container. Huh, it's not labeled as spirit bead, but this must be it. King of the Wellbeing. And there we go. We can quest. Go ahead and skedazzle out of here. We'll go ahead and finish up the trappers outside and the boars on the way back to turn this quest in. I gotta remember to level up my book and tomb. Oh, nice. There's some copper. So, old weapon. Oh wait, I guess I could have transmog quick. Actually, before I vend it. I didn't just on me. I like keeping weapons that I can train my weapon skill with. So I like collecting a range of weapons, because in between streams I like to level up my weapon skills, because I hate not being able to hit targets. Let's get out of here. What is the best spec for traveling craftsman and vagrant? Barrel. Pharaoh. Druids have a pretty good time if they ever decide to go craft, what's it called? Traveling Craftmaster, because if they go like leatherworking, but they're also going vagrant, they still get, you know, a lot of armor increases from the whites. Their levels, they already get stronger. All I need is boars. Oh, and I need trappers. Okay, I need 2 trappers, which are here, and 2 more boars after this one. Level 28, Hazabel has fallen to the Defiance Nighthold. See, that doesn't pop up in my chat because level 20 hit level, you know, a person hit level 20, and then within 30 seconds, somebody else died. Money doesn't act with me. Energy. A plain strider does not sack with me. I need 2 boars. One boar here. And we complete the quest. Let's go ahead and turn in the Bristlebask expansion. Turn in continuing ceremonies, and this is where we're going to go ahead and get this trinket. Boom, we got the trinket. There it is right there. It gives us 1 to spirit, and 2 HP 5. Okay, now that we've got that trinket quest, we're gonna hop on down into the Stone Talon Mountain, right over there. Wow. Other things you can do on hardcore that you can't do on softcore. Keep off. What are they called? Keep off. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about right now. Leap off places and survive. There we go. I'm working at 4:30 in the. What kind of? Wait, I see something invisible back here. Thought I saw something right there. Ah, my eyes are playing with me. In God Squad, what kind of work are you working on at 4:30 in the morning? Like, what field work is that? Is that IT work? Is that medical work? So here, we went ahead and turned in the Spirit of Stone Talon. We're picking up... we're not picking up the Goblin Invaders. That's going to be a little bit later on. We're going to go ahead and pick up Avenge My Village. Avenge My Village. Then we're going to be heading up in the Stone Talon Mountain and taking out a bunch of Taurens. They can. I would like to get a new weapon. My weapon's good. I'm happy with my weapon. But I wouldn't mind an upgrade. I don't know. I think my next weapon upgrade is going to be from Wailing Caverns, the quest. If I'm able to do the Fang quest, that'll be a nice upgrade for me. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and remove my notification. RFC. Go ahead and check that. Highlight. Yes, we're going to get notifications. Anytime WC pops up into the chat, we should get a notification. And I just want to keep an eye out for groups that are forming for Wailing Caverns. I probably am not going to be doing Wailing Caverns till anywhere from level 20 to 22 is where I'm going to feel comfortable taking Wailing Caverns. I think a good section of the Wailing Caverns, the new sections, are level 20. So at a minimum, yeah, I'm going to say at a minimum, if I'm going to go into Wailing Caverns and knock it out all quests one go, I'm going to be right around level 20, 22, 23. On the hardcore side. So Wailing Caverns, if you guys do not know, there's been... I can pull this guy back. Pull him back. Got two. Fine. Finish him. Finish him. Up. Someone is saying, Ultra Strike and Crusader Strike both provide self buffs now. Yes. When talent by self buffs. Holy Strike is for bread and butter. Recovering health. Oh, I can use my... I haven't been using my sharpening stones because I've been kind of fighting stuff that was a little bit below my level. But now we're kind of getting into the little bit rougher territory. We'll go ahead and begin using some of these. Level 17 bit to dust right there. Let's go ahead and not join them. Go ahead and... pick. Sorcerer. We'll take out the sorcerer first. I'm in combat. Go ahead and run back, line of sight. Trying to have a caster free cast at me. We'll take out this guy first and line of sight the caster. We'll take him out. And I do actually have pummel now. That's something I always forget. I do have access to pummel, so boom, I can go like this, pummel him. Pummel is a nice ability. Level 21 just died in the Wailing Caverns. That's 1 out of 5. Let's see how. Oh, 2 out of 5. Never mind. So we had Totem, level 21 just died. We got Murder Ronica, level 20 just died. That's level 22. Death, level 22 just died. That's 4 out of 5. They're at 4 out of 5 right now. 4 out of 5 are dead inside the Wailing Caverns. That is a big F. 4 out of 5 Fs. That is not number 5. Run. It could be like a rogue or something. Dude, why? Oh, we gotta back up a little. Oh, we got a runner. Runner is awesome. Love it. Go ahead and line of sight the mercenary guy in the back. Gonna line of sight this mercenary guy. I don't know how you're still hitting me, but there you go. I got this guy. This guy with the bow. I know, but not, they're almost dying, so they're not gonna be like a huge threat on me, but still. Still though. Yeah, we got 185. Let's go ahead and. Oh, ooh, look at this mage. Look at that brave mage right there. Level 21, using this area to try and farm them. Who's in? Well, there's the what the level 25 falling the PV. Shadowfang Keep. Oh. Wow. So inside of Shadowfang Keep during the Molten dude, everyone's dying right now in these dungeons right now. This is not Lobies. Yeah, everyone in chat. Like the low level dungeons. Low level dungeons are pretty chaotic at the moment. Level 19 died over here. Holy cow, Cliff Plague. I think I saw him actually recently. Ketchup? Oh, I saw Ketchup in the chat. Go back this way. What? Back here. Oh, Ruffin things? I got 2. Go ahead and clean. He's bleeding. He'll die. Or wipes a lot. This guy. 4 out of 8. We need 4 more ruffians. This one is going to be way more after this. So a couple of you guys out there are playing some hardcore right now. You guys watching all these deaths in the chat? That is craziness. This guy's fighting. Doesn't realize it's. There's a patrol. Yeah, I realize that these guys do run, so I'm gonna hamstring. target him away, so he does run. Not gonna be... Ruffian. Dumb question, but where in PFUY player setting can I change the location of my character display? I have no idea. I feel like PF Quest really bogs down my UI. I like having my UI pretty. I feel like PF Quest just gives a bit of add to engage. Boy, let's go ahead and bring you back. Follow me. And you around. Everything. Go ahead and get out of here. Let's go turn this quest in. Is that 10? Oh, it is 10. I'm gonna. I need a little bit more pieces so that I can make my test. I know I'm gonna come back up here for a quest here shortly. I'm not gonna pummel the first one. Pummel this. In somewhere. Ah, there it is. The Cliffstormer's Guardian. Let's go ahead and take this guy out. See him working. If anybody else has any specific questions, drop them in the chat for sure. Really, let me know what you guys are planning to do this weekend. You know, happy Friday, everyone out there. Hopefully everybody has some fun, exciting Friday plans or, you know, weekend plans. It's going to be super hot in the 90-degree weather where I'm located at. So it's going to be a lot of summer heat already started here in mid. Wait, no, we're in June. Can't believe how fast time's flying. About half of the year is already gone. Half of 2025 is behind us. Go ahead. If I need to buy another bank, but I need a gold. What can I sell that could get me up? I'm at 86 silver. I'm willing to sell. Really trying to sell this stuff off. Plus or minus 8. Okay, we're gonna head back down. We're gonna go turn in Avenge My Village. We're gonna pick up another quest which takes us near Protect Kea. So once we turn this quest in, we're gonna get the quest called Kill Grundig Dark Cloud. Then when we go back to kill Dark Cloud, I'm gonna be taken out this time before I do the escort quest. We're gonna go the left-hand way and take out all of the NPCs that would be in the path. So I should not have respawns this time during the escort quest, because last time we weren't able to do the escort quest at round level 18 or 19. Breaker 3 casters all at the same time, and within 2 shots they took out Kea, and within 2 shots they probably would have taken out me. I have more life than I did. I've been able to take advantage of blacksmithing during my level in adventure, which has been much more beneficial than engineering. So right here, I've already been able to craft myself gloves, pants. I made myself a belt, which I replaced. I made myself boots, made myself a wrist, made myself a chest plate. Soon I'm going to be making myself a chest plate, shoulders. There's a sweet pair of shoulders that I can make out of bronze. Once I get up, I believe, to like 125 blacksmithing, I'll be able to make myself some really nice shoulders. So I'm already in a much better position than my other warrior was. and taking advantage of all those cool stuff. All those cool things. Go ahead and I'm gonna... Okay, we are gonna be heading back down in the Stone Town. We just turned in Avenge My Village, and we picked up the quest called Kill Grundig. So we got Kill Grundig right there. We're gonna go down, take out Grundig, take out 6 of his brutes, and start up the quest. That is... the mic.
In this zones have HC players.
In this zones have HC players. Every zone has HC. Every zone, I'm pretty sure probably in every zone, there's some sort of hardcore player in the zones. Yeah, hardcore players are going to be just about everywhere in World of Warcraft. Yeah, there's a lot of hardcore players all around us. As I was saying earlier, I would love to have just a specific server that just has hardcore players in it, but that's not the case so far. That's not the case. There's some copper back that way. There's some copper over that way. Okay, so we're going to be moving up into a little bit of a difficult area. We're going to make sure to clear ourselves a path. We're going to make sure that we're using hamstring effectively on these brutes. Yeah, see how they begin to run away? Wait. Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. Second. Okay. We'll go ahead and pummel that one and... Yes, but there's hardcore players in just about every zone here in the World of Warcraft, which is... Oh, there's Dark Cloud. Oh, I didn't see this dude. I'm so sorry. I hope he didn't need them. Escort? Yeah, he's too high, so we can't group up together. He's level 24. I'm level 18. We can only group up and party with players within 5 levels of ourselves. So I would have to be level 19 to group up with him, which is going to be here very shortly. So we're probably not going to be able to do the Kayla quest again at this moment, but that's okay. There's going to be other opportunities back here to do. And I'm going to go ahead and just finish up. Where is... Back that way. Yeah, so I'm going to make my way through here, take out these brutes, and then quest will be complete. Interesting that they have training dummies right here. Like they have their own little training ground right here. Yeah, so we're not going to do the escort quest at this time because there's already a rogue waiting in there. The escort quest takes about 5 minutes to be able to complete. And thunderclap. No. Them both out. Now they're both bleeding out. Focus on one. to chug a potion here. Nah, I think we're good. We're good. We're fine. We're fine. I haven't had a chug a potion yet. We are gonna go ahead and you know what I haven't found a lot of so far? Wool. I must not find a lot of wool up until the mobs are level 19, 20. Because I know in Southern Barrens, yeah, see, there's a warlock group for oh, I passed the copper back this way. Quite a few. I think we should be fine with these. Go ahead and pummel his next cast if he gets it cast off yet. Which is interesting, the cast bar doesn't show me that he has to go. Okay, run, see if I can get a hamstring on him quick. And he's down. Popper again. Oh, it's up there. Up on top, there's some popper. Up. Guys, how did I fall? So hop, hop, hop up this way. You want to get up there. Real life, you'd be able to trudge up that little tiny hill. Come on. What in the world? I don't see how I can get up there unless I can get up there from the other side, but I feel like the other side's even... I feel like I should be able to... Okay, maybe okay, when looking at it from this camera angle, it looks a lot steeper than looking at it like this. Looking at it like this, it's like, I should be able to make that right here. Oh, I'm like, I go over here, but no, I can't make that jump. This seems like, I've seen like areas where you can walk up that pretty quick and easy. Okay, well, that's the unattainable upper ore that I can't get up there. I think I completed the other quests. No, I gotta take out, wait, I didn't take out Dark Cloud? Oh, I didn't get the kill. I have to go back there and take him out. So, that was something. And there he is right there. We'll go ahead and take out Dark Cloud. Not Zack from Final Fantasy VII or Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII. Nah, this is Runtic and Dark Cloud. Please don't take them. Take them. Nice, it's a cool priest. Here's... Oh, what the heck? Oh, shoot. I realized that this guy was still alive up here. Thought that one died. Surprise me. Surprise! Okay, let's skedazzle. Okay, we are done. We took out... Yeah, we took out the Grim. We're heading out of here. We're heading back to turn this quest, and then we'll make our way through a new quest hub area, which we kind of covered in our last playthrough with the warrior. But we're going to go ahead and knock out just 2 more quests. Actually, I think there's 3. You know, just 2 more quests over that. And then we're going to be diving back into the Barrens. We should hit level 19 here very shortly. Very, very shortly. Okay, so I'm not able to do Protect Kayla. The rogue was knocking that one out. Looks like some people died right here recently. There's a bunch of them there. And Kayla takes forever to run and respawn and all that. So that would be at least a 10 to 15 minute wait. Just kind of hanging out, waiting for it to respawn and complete the export quest. We're going to be making our way back into the Barrens and then head left as we're heading into the Barrens and then complete the quest up the mountain. Which we'll go ahead and cover that here in just a minute. In the zone have hardcore players. Yes, we got all that. Lugout said soon, level 20. Lugout, are you level 20 yet? There's a level 20 druid looking for a group in caverns. Okay, so let's go ahead. Plus or minus 18, willing to sell. I'm really wanting to sell a lot of this equipment. Let's go. Boots. I need to. I can probably sell this stuff out right here. I've kept the cooking mats that I fished out of the ground, you know, out of the lake there in Orgrimmar for a short time. But I don't know if I'm ever gonna be focusing on fishing until high level, and even then, I'll probably hit level 60 with the warrior and then gear him up for a solid week. Get him, but man, I spent that week attuning my priest, getting him completely decked out, just never actually having able. I should have just.
What brings
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yeah, let's see. They're doing Blackwing Lair right now. Yes, the raid right now is heading up into Blackwing Lair today.
That mud snapper looks crucial enough for banking it.
The mud snapper. The mud snapper. I don't know why I kept it. There must be a I think there's a level 20 or level 1 recipe I can use mud snapper. And I think small fish is a recipe around level 50 maybe. Been a little minute. Been a little minute. That's for sure. That is for sure. I really do enjoy these little extra hubs. I find that the Alliance quest hub that the Turtle Wild dev team added in here, like, you're never gonna as an Alliance player, just looking at it from the Alliance player, this quest hub up here, a lot of the quests for this area are level like 20, 24. As an Alliance player, you're never going to make your way from Darkshore, you know, a level 20 zone, all the way fighting through Astronar, going down to this little high density level 24, I think mobs down through here, take the Talon deep path, fight your way into here, and then go to this location. It's just so out of the way to get here first. I feel like you're going to go from Darkshore, you're going to be doing Red Ridge, you're going to be doing Loch Madon, you're going to get into Ashenvale at what level? Around level 23, 24, you'll actually get into Ashenvale, and then you'll move your way into Stone Talon Mountains. I feel like this level over here...
Oh, but you will have a breadcrumbs quest for that location if you do not skip any quests.
Yeah, I've got the breadcrumb quest in the past. The breadcrumb quests in the past. I don't know what I said. But, yeah, I've never taken it down there until it made the most sense to go in the Stone Talon Mountain. Because unless you're 22 to 26, you're not going to be diving into the mountains. It's just so out of the way to get down there. Back on track. We're going to go ahead and pick up back on track. And when opportunity knocks. And then over here on the left-hand side, we're going to take out a bunch of element. These guys are immune to my bleed. How about that? Yeah, I usually do pick up all the breadcrumb quests. I hate that word. And then I do end up doing a lot of the quests, but a lot of the times it just doesn't make the most sense to knock them out in the order.
There are now at least 3 quests for the zone, so new Alliance players will miss it only if they ignore those quests.
Yeah, like there's one Man, I gotta stop. Oh wait, it bleeds. That's weird. What's the difference between these? So this is an elemental right here, and that one over there was immune to my rend. But this elemental right here, I was able to get my rend off and make him bleed. So I'm having mixed results right now. I was not able to make one elemental bleed, but now I'm able to make these elementals bleed out. Hey, that works. That works for me. I am happy with make elementals. I've completed all the quests in. Like, when I go to a quest hub, I will complete the majority of the quests, unless it's an elite quest. I may not complete all the elite quests, but I will try and knock out every single quest available in a quest hub before moving on. Or if I don't know of the quest specifically, I'll knock it out and then I'll find out in what best order is it, right? I don't like doing a lot of extra running around to figure out, to go and like randomly go and do sporadic stuff. So while leveling on Turtle Wow, I've now leveled a paladin to 60. I've leveled 3 paladins to level 60 on Turtle Wow. I've leveled a druid, a hunter, a priest. So it's 3, 6. I think I've leveled like 6 or 7 classes to level 60 now on Turtle Wow. So in that time frame, I built off my own kind of like leveling guide that I follow along through the playthroughs that I've done. And I've kind of taken the quest and be like, I get this quest here, but it doesn't make the most sense to knock out that quest at that time. It makes sense to move this to this, to this section and knock it out here. Or don't get this quest yet, just skip this quest for now, wait a little bit because you're going to come back to this quest hub. And when you get that quest, it's going to better in line, doing it with these quests at this time. So I've kind of done that in a way. That's why I do all the quests that I'm doing are in a specific kind of fashion that I kind of knock them out. It just makes it a lot easier for me to not have to worry about where I'm going to next, because I kind of follow a specific set path of quests and mobs and just kind of journey. Sometimes there's going to be a little bit of a twist when the new content comes out. That's going to be adding some new stuff. I'll definitely be checking that out. But other times it's just not worth it to go to those specific quest hubs, like the Tristfall upgrades right over here. This new area over here, like it's a whole new area located over this location over here. The Tristfall upgrades, I think it's called. I've never gone over there. There's a bunch of level 55 quests. I don't know why that's level 50. Oh, that's a level of the unit itself, but it's a level 17 quest. Level 19 quest. So right now, it could be a good time for me to maybe make my way to that location, but it's just so far out from the Barrens, where the majority of my quests are going to be taking place, that it doesn't make sense, right? I can already get all the quests done here, go back into the Barrens, keep working through the quests that I have, versus taking off to go to other continent and getting the quest over that way. I'm not going to turn that.
Whispering Forest is rich with tin ore, by the way, so you might go there once you need that.
Oh, yeah. I do need a lot of tin ore right now. I'm in the bronze phase right now. This is going to be my next upgrade right here. This armor, 6 stamina, 4 defense. Like, I'm going to start building out my bronze set, and that's going to allow me to tank Wailing Cabin's pretty good. So I'm going to have the bronze chest plate, the bronze shoulders. Back into it. So, slash DB. Rock. Bronze. Here's the items that I can get. So I can, I'm not too worried about the wrists themselves. It's going to be, oh, there's copper. The bracers are, they're just a world drop. Okay, but the shoulders here are going to be awesome. I can already, I just have to go train the shoulders and get to the skill requirement. And right there, that's going to increase my stamina 50 right there, plus 130 armor, that 2 defense. The leggings, I can make those in the next iteration here. The chest plate, I have that right here. I can make that. I'm going to make that as soon as I get back to base to town. I'm going to make myself a couple bronze bars and craft that chest plate. And the boots, I've already made the boots. I made the boots already and put a little stamp kit on them. So that's going to be like the next iteration of gear I'm going to make myself. And then I think after the rough bronze set, there's like a ruined silver set. So /DB ruined silver. Oh no, that's not it. I forgot what the next set, like kind of gear pieces that I need to acquire after are, but this is where I have to be more careful here. I did this to myself last time, where I went a little bit too gun-ho in here, and these guys net at one period. Right back. I don't have any more. We're gonna get 8 stolen crates. I'm gonna go through here and get some stolen crates. I think we should be fine. There's another crate right there behind. So in most situations, I think it's going to be more beneficial to demo versus thunderclap. I don't know. I don't know which of the two reduce incoming damage the most. Like, demo is only 10 rage. Thunderclap is going to be 16 rage eventually. So little. Basically having to toss stuff out or sell stuff off to make ends meet. Let's go ahead, raft up 6 of these rough sharpening stone. Use the that'll kind of clear up a little bit of room. Oh, I was gonna use the sharpening stone. We're almost level 19. That's what I'm going to go ahead and just take out a few bad guys. I'll probably get level 19 once I turn these 2 quests in. Looking for 2 more heal, damage, Ragefire, Chasm. So they're looking for more people. Ragefire, Chasm. The lowest level in Ragefire, Chasm, I think is 30. So by level 18. I think we should still get some experience in there, but our next location, like once I hit level 19, I'm not going to get a whole lot more. But yeah, I like visiting every quest hub. I like going out of the way and kind of where these breadcrumbs have you go into and exploring and checking out these new quest hubs. Come back here, little piggy. Ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum. That nope. I do quite a bit of damage with this axe though. I wouldn't mind getting a nice upgrade for a one-hander. The sword and board is pretty nice. Sword and board, what is that? 6 copper. If you guys are a Turtle Wild dev, I would really suggest, if you guys want to make a really cool change that would improve stuff, that ceremonial, what is it, like fire that players get at level 20 from Slow and Steady, make it available to actually use for a cooking fire. That would be a huge thing, where you'd have access to a portable cooking fire, all from the access of a little torch. Just by equipping that little spirit torch or whatever it's called, you could have access to actually cook with it. That would be nice. Come on. Okay, now these guys are trappers. They gave me a little bit of trouble last time I played through here. We'll go ahead and take him out once again. This time, I know. Level 17. Cut. Slice. Emo. Thunderclap. And now we'll just take them out. And they got some pretty good, crazy traps. I did not expect these. Fine. As long as I could take out one, the second one. Go ahead and get a bleed on him. Take a potion there. I got a little bit low for my comfort level. My comfort level got a little bit on the low end there. Oh, somebody died right there. Another level 19 got taken out. Those trappers are sneaky. The trappers are sneaky. I thought I didn't have to chug a potion. I did end up chugging a potion right there. I just wasn't sure. You know, all it takes is that random crit, and then you die. So I didn't want to run the chance that I would be randomly crit right there at like 40 life. Because these guys are doing... The net does 53 damage already. So I was already, I think, around 40 or so life. See that damage right there? Whenever they throw a trap at me, it does 56 life. 56 damage a trap. So when you're fighting two of those guys, when they throw 2 traps at you, that's 112 damage. And then they threw traps at me, I think, twice during that encounter, which means that's 236 life gone just by traps alone, not including the amount of damage that they're doing along with all that. I know we're we're in a state of pain right now on our character. There's our last crate right there. Go ahead and bandage up. Take out this last guy. I think the trappers are a bit overtuned in this area. If they're able to do 50 damage with a trap and then start smacking you for that amount of damage, I feel like they're a little bit strong for their level. Watch this. Here we go. That trap right there. 59 damage off the trap, right, off alone. And then they start hitting you for around 20 damage a hit. So it's not so much the white damage that's the issue. It's every time that they're able to do a hook, there goes another 58, 59 damage. Yeah, just be careful with those guys. The trappers, those guys can be... Okay, let's go ahead and get our last of the wraps. There's some copper over there. I don't see danger. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this copper over here, and then we're going to make our way back, turn the quests in, and we should hit level 19. How do I start poison quests as whole? I don't know what they're talking about. How do I disable pet sounds? I wonder if they have a screecher. Okay. Let's go ahead and type in plus or minus 18. Okay, plus or minus 19. Blow in the cell. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Just looking for work. we're looking for some work. If anybody needs some sharpening stones, some armor, we got you. We got you. We're rocking 600 and that's a Diablo 2 reference right there, the Mage Fist gloves. I wonder if that is part of the original content or if Turtle Wow added that in. Because Mage Fist gloves are from Diablo 2. Your level is good for tanking the dungeon. Stay alive! Hold it. Hold. And okay, so we are now officially done with the quest here in the earlier part of Stone Talon Mountains. I do have my hearth up, so we're gonna go ahead and turn when opportunity knocks and back on track in. Could hit level 19.
Talk to me. Keep it real.
Boom! Officially hit level 19. We're gonna get our last talent point into improved Thunderclap, reducing our rage required by 4 points and increasing our Thunderclap damage by a whopping 60%. And then we're gonna go ahead and turn in back on track.
Real.
Okay, now that we got these, let's go back into the Baron. And we're gonna go take out the Harpy Lieutenants, guys. Taking out some Harpies. Let's go ahead and but I keep my one-hander on. Looking for 4 more Wailing Caverns. 20 plus Whisper. Level 20 Rogue. Go up this path. Oh yeah. We're gonna have fun jump down. I had a thought consecration is 20. What? I thought consecration is level 20. Oh, okay, nice. Looking for one more healer for Ragefire Chasm. Somebody help this. Help the druid heal Ragefire Chasm. Let's see. Harpy Lieutenants up north. Let's do it. Looking for 2 more. Someone. Anyone. Help this. Somebody, anybody, help this druid and shaman find a healer for RFC. Rats. Oh yeah, that's why we're getting points now. I was like, why did we get weapon skill with axe? We should already pretty good axe skill. But it is because leveled up. Really having to sell stuff now, guys. I need to buy some bags. I'm at 1 gold 19, which means I really can't afford much still. Craft. Oh, wait. I thought I have rough stone. Yeah, I have rough stone. Okay. Mining's. I got my thief. Okay.
If you plan to make those blacksmithing quests, then you better start saving some iron or you come across.
Oh, the blacksmithing. I don't care about the quest. I'm not going to, I'm going to get around 225 on my blacksmithing to make the steel plate set. And then I'm not going to be focusing on blacksmithing any point after that. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on getting blacksmithing up to the level required to make my steel plate set, which I believe is around 225, 230. And then I'm going to go ahead and make my steel plate set. I'm going to have my mithril spike shield. And that everything else, I'm not going to worry about. I'm not going to be doing any of the blacksmithing quests or any of that stuff.
By the way, there are almost guaranteed 1 iron ore nugget in those armor crates scattered over the barrens.
Armored crate. By the way, there's almost a guaranteed iron ore nugget in the armor crates scattered all over the barrens. I don't think I've ever ran across an armor crate. Can't say that I have. Say that I've ever run across one. Other. I think we should have the distance. Level 19. Didn't trigger.
Those are pretty much hidden in plain sight.
They're hidden in plain sight? Huh. Never have I ever seen one. That's a pretty good hiding spot. Hold on one second. Okay. Good. So we need the lieutenant. Out there. Oh, we got combat from them. Ambusher guys are deadly. Ah, that druid got a little tiny bird. I like it. Birds are awesome. I don't know if there's any guys in this area. Overpower. Power. I see only 1 gravestone over here. Level 14. I don't know how a level 14 managed to die back here, but die back here. Now you have me curious, looking for these little iron. The Barrens. Iron would be really high to find. Here in the back. Just gotta take out the stair back here if I can. Oh. Yeah, never have I ever seen one of the iron chests. So that'll be something interesting. I'll try and keep an eye out, see if I can find one. You said that they're called just armor crates. So if I do like a /DV armor crate, so /DV armor crate, objective, it just says unknown. Here and click hide quest. Get rid of the watermelon, life dawn, opal blue.
There are no iron deposits in the Barrens, that's for sure, but it seems like those armor crates were mostly ferret goods, so I've seen at least 3 on the shore.
Ah, okay. Okay, Dark Shore. And John Clark, welcome into the stream. Hey, welcome in for the first time. John said, that's hardcore. Wow, is this retail or classic? Right now, we're playing on Classic Plus. If you guys are not familiar with World of Warcraft, Turtle Plus. Classic Plus. This server is called Turtle World of Warcraft. It's essentially the expansions beyond Classic. So we are, let's see, help this guy out. He's kind of solo. He's a hardcore player. We'll go ahead and help him out here. Oh, looks like he had somebody kind of helping him too. But we are playing hardcore. This is the hardcore journey right here. If you guys are playing...
There were at least 2 by the coast and 1 right under the South Fury River waterfall.
Oh, in Dark Shore? I gotta go back. Oh, I took off my quest. My quest tracker. Oop, now they're back. John Clark is asking if this is classic or retail. So we're not playing on retail. I don't care much for retail. What this is instead is private server. Is this a server or private server? This is a private server. Yeah, it is a private server. It is called Turtle World of Warcraft. It's Classic Plus. So they redesigned all the classes with different talents, different abilities, just slightly better and improved than the Classic experience. So Paladins, they get Hand of Reckoning. They get better talents to make them able to tank dungeons. They fix a lot of the talents that were broken across different specs. So Balanced Druids, they have Boomkin form. They got a lot of mana regeneration, Shamans. So any spec that was kind of broken and sucked terrible during Classic was redesigned and fixed up and improved so that all classes...
Dark Shore, well, there are some armor crates as well, of course, but running there to check if those available is quite a taxing endeavor.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I got it. But yeah, Classic on the server just gives you a lot more stuff. There's new zones, there's new quests. There's over 1,000 new quests. Probably at this point, there's probably close to 1,500 new quests being added into the server. Because there used to be 1,000 quests 3 or so years ago. It's been 3 or so years since I started playing on the server now. And they've added completely new zones. They've added Hyjal, Gilneas. Blackstone is a new zone for like the goblins. That wasn't here when I first started playing on the server. Goblins used to start in Stone Talon Mountain. And but now goblins have their very own starter zones that's completely custom to them. High elves have their own custom zones that's completely custom to them. And there's now Gilneas zone, the Gilneas city. They're going to be adding a whole bunch of new continents, new content within the next couple months. There's going to be releasing like 2 new zones, 1 new dungeon and 1 new zone. So 2 new things are going to be coming. I need 2 more rings. 2 more rings. What was your favorite class during Classic, John? If there's if I give a good example of how the class that you played back in Vanilla may have been changed. Yeah, I'm gonna go run over the Slayer. I'm really hoping that nobody takes it out. There's a lot of people right now around me. There's a grave right there, so a level 14 died. I think we saw that a little bit earlier. He must have made it a little bit too deep down here. He died and left his gravestone. And this could be our last Slayer that we need. We're gonna go ahead and spin him, hamstring him, and take him out. Get that last Thunder, and then start going to town with Heroic Strike. And that's a silver though. That is a silver per Wishbones. What I'm going to do, oh, we already had my little thing out. We're gonna go ahead and vendor the flight feather. And Simon, hey, welcome into the chat. Simon says it's Turtle. It is a private server. Yes, this is a private server. If you guys enjoy Classic, but just wish that there was a little bit more, then you'd want to check out Turtle. That's all I mean, there's a ton of more I can say about Turtle. But if you enjoy the Classic experience, but always always thought that there was something more that you would want, Turtle is going to offer you that. Any class that you play, you're really going to enjoy the classes. You're going to enjoy the new content. There's always breadcrumbs leading to new quest areas and new quest hubs. Because I am playing on the RP server, both Horde and Alliance can join forces together and do Wailing Caverns, do different dungeons together, and explore the... Whoa, no. Pummel that. I don't need to get stuck up in no tornado. Go ahead and spin them around. And take them out. There's a Slayer right there. It's a 40% drop rate. And Simon says, love your content and your inputs on Discord, by the way. Thank you. Appreciate it, Simon. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys are looking for additional content or just kind of like... I have several playthroughs on the server, 1 to 60. If you guys are just wanting to kind of follow along, hang out, you don't have to join the live streams. There's a lot of content out there that's already on YouTube. If you are looking for a specific playthrough, I've done 1 to 60 hardcore on a paladin, a hunter, a druid, a priest, and now the 5th playthrough is going to be on a warrior. So if you guys are looking for some content there, definitely subscribe to the channel. Check out some of the playlists here. But do appreciate the kind words there, Simon. Yeah, and definitely join the Discord server. You guys can contact me, message me anytime there on Discord. I do have a couple chats in there as well. There's the World of Warcraft little section right there. And then it has Turtle info as far as like where to go get the...
You think the Turtle 2.0 server it's near?
They're expecting the Turtle 2.0 to be, I feel like late 2025. I'm thinking it's going to be early 2026. There's so much going on right now with the full redesign with using Unreal Client. I would love, like, what I kind of want to do is take a pause. If I, once I get to level 60 on the warrior, I kind of want to take a little bit of a period to maybe take a pause from the leveling experience and maybe include some playthroughs or like game experience at level 60 on hardcore through some characters. Maybe do some other game playthroughs as well as the Unreal Client, Turtle 2.0 gets released, because I would love to play Turtle 2.0 on the Unreal Client and stream that, because the graphics would be heavily improved, the UI would be improved, like it would be a nice experience to play it through. Or also I could continue doing the hardcore leveling guides and experience playthroughs, and then at that time, depending on where I'm at with those playthroughs, I could then start up like a PvP character and level the character over on Telebeam on the PvP side. Just not 100% sure at the moment. Like, I still have different ideas.
Pray for HC server with 2.0 server.
That would be amazing. Yeah, if when 2.0 got released, if we could get the Unreal Client with a hardcore server, that would be the best thing. I feel like just having a hardcore server in general would bring a lot of the people that are playing on the official servers, that are looking at Turtle WoW. Playing on Turtle WoW is great. It's an awesome server, offers tons of content. But a lot of players, when they're playing mixed between hardcore and softcore, I feel like that's a little bit I enjoy it because you can see there's like dozens of people playing alongside you. But I also like the fact that when I'm hardcore and I'm playing on a server, that every player that I see and run across is also hardcore. That means that we can always group together. You know, if he's in danger, he can help me, I can help him. It's not going to be like, hey, is that character a softcore character or a hardcore player? And then we're having to compete for the quest guys, we're having to compete for the named mobs, we're competing against each other for the nodes, because softcore characters, they can just chug through a whole bunch of mobs and they don't care if they die or not. It doesn't matter to them if they're just bum rushing to get to that node and then feign death and put a whole bunch of stuff on you, or they're sitting there in a group. They're always going to be trying to steal your tags and stuff like that. Show your tooltip. Okay, so we're here back in the crossroads. I was just kind of sitting there getting a little bit of rested experience here. Let's go ahead. Let's see here. John Clark, if you're still out there wondering if it's a hard, what the Turtle WoW experience is a little bit different of, we'll go ahead and quickly, I'm not sure if you're on the vertical or the horizontal streams right here, but a quick thing that I can kind of showcase here that I know of is that the arms tree was completely redesigned, where a lot of the talents were up a little bit higher, kind of got pushed down a little bit. Like Tactical Mastery, I believe, during Vanilla was in the second tier. It's now in the first tier. The Master of Arms up here, yeah, you had to choose between, do you want to be base, axe, sword, pole arm? All of that got smashed into one talent that is Master of Arms. So by putting 5 points into this, depending on whatever weapon you're using, you're going to have, axes increases your chance to crit by 1%. That's going to be 5% chance to crit. With 5 talent points in there, that's 5% chance to crit. Maces, you're going to ignore 10% of armor, I believe. 2 times 5, 1, and then 5 is 6. So 6, you ignore 6 of your target's armor, I guess. Is that what maces is? Swords, you're going to have 5% chance to get an extra attack on the same target after hitting your target. Pole arms, you're going to increase your range of melee attacks by 0.4. That's one of the biggest things. You still have access to mortal strikes. Fury down here looks a little bit different as well. I'm not really familiar with warriors at level 60 and stuff like that, so I can't say a whole lot to the spec. But every single talent tree on Turtle WoW, every class, was redesigned and buffed up in a way that just improved the class in general. So druids, they can play whatever whatever spec they want leveling, they're gonna enjoy it. If they want to play balanced leveling, they can. If they want to play feral, they can. If they want to play resto, they can do that as well. Like every kind of spec is a bit more improved. Yeah, and they've added a whole bunch of custom. So a lot of the professions, they've added recipes to all the professions that slowly, that have improved all of the professions all around. They added custom leatherworking recipes, custom blacksmithing recipes, custom alchemist and food items that you can make at different levels. So it's really cool and interesting to check out. Yeah. Let's go ahead and back in the questing mode. Okay, so we've hearthed back to the crossroads. What we're going to go ahead and do is run up the tower and turn in the Harpy lieutenants up at the top. And we're going to accept the next quest, which is called Serena Bloodfeather. So eventually we'll go back up there, and I think she's level 20, but we'll knock her out later. We're going to go ahead and pick up Serena Bloodfeather. And now, at this point, we're going to go ahead and pick up this quest right here, Apothecary Zama. This quest is super useful, as the reward for this is Swift Potion. So that's going to be super important on the hardcore side. So we'll be doing that here shortly. We're going to make our way to Thunderbluff, and then we'll probably end up logging out for the night, for the Eid. It is Friday, so I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be streaming again tonight. But I'll definitely be scheduling the stream. If I am planning the stream later today, I'll definitely be scheduling it out. So if you guys are following along on YouTube or on Twitch, definitely follow, subscribe. You'll be notified when we go live. Because I am not going to be streaming next week at all, and a little bit of the week after, I'm going to be out of town traveling on vacation. I'm going to try and get a couple more game hours of played either tonight, tomorrow night, or for sure Sunday when the Dark Moon Fairy changes. Okay, so then the last quest that I picked up right there was called Lost in Battle. And now we are going to be making our way... Whoops, I forgot to pick up another quest. We have to also get the Horde Defender Axe right here. I think this is the quest that has us going into the Barrens. We can get that quest. Now, you know what? We'll grab it real quick. It's right here off a guard. Yeah, let's see. What's your take on the new class changes? Anything that stands out to you in particular? Simon says. So, Simon, to answer your question, as far as the new class changes, I think they did a really good job across the board of updating all the classes. I did mention during a short period that I feel like Paladins are a very good, strong position. Druids are in a really good, strong position. Priests are also really strong. Like playing as a priest, I was able to level up 1 to 60, 10 to 60 as discipline, and was really happy with those changes. The changes to wand specialization, being able to get some mana back, being able to do more damage with my wand, that was a really nice chain. And then as I got up to level 30s and 40s on discipline buffs, the discipline just made it really game a lot faster and actually did a lot more consistent damage versus shadow. So there's a lot of opportunity between leveling discipline and shadow there for a lot of players. I don't know of other classes. Hunters are super strong now, right? Survival melee hunters are a thing, and they're super strong early on. They have rune cleave, I think it is, or whatever the ability was. They can cleave up to 5 targets at once, and at level their maximum talent point, they can lay traps while in combat. So those are some huge changes right there for the hunter. But I do remember that some stuff was like lackluster. I think Shadow Priest could still definitely be improved. Shadow Priest could definitely still be improved. And there could definitely be a couple other changes as well. But yeah, not too familiar with the other classes. Like, I can't say much to Warlocks, because I haven't played a Warlock to level 60. What else? Shamans, I'm not too familiar with Shamans as well. Rogues, I'm not too familiar with Rogues and Mages. So Mages, Warlocks, Rogues, Shaman, I've never played to level 60. So I'm not 100% sure there. Hold on 1 second. Okay, my son popped in. He needed to grab a scooter. He was gonna go out. They all just got back home. Bam! Simon S with the subscribe. Hey, big shout out to Simon with the subscribe. Appreciate the subscription over on the sides. Let's see here. Simon says, "Isn't level just wand, or did you find it interesting?" So leveling as a priest up until around like 25 to 30 was pretty much open with holy fire or open with smite, and then wand. It wasn't until level 30 where I kind of find out. Oh, we need something over here. It wasn't until level 30 where priest began to kind of really open up. You got into the talent. I forgot what it was called, but every time you opened up with holy fire, it would have a 100% chance for the next 10 seconds to increase all your holy damage by 10 or 12%. So at that point, after I got those talent points, I began to speed up the process. The process got a lot faster. So I would open up with Holy Fire, all my damage would increase, and then whenever you smite and you crit, you had another talent point that would make the next crit instant cast and cost 20% less. So eventually, right around level 30 or so, level 40 for sure, I was in a really good position on my priest, and I was able to essentially, it was really quick. I feel like my leveling speed really kicked up after level 30. Between 30 and 60, I was on a pretty consistent leveling period. Just 1 through 30, I felt like took a while to get through. Yeah, 1 through 30 took a while to get through because I was really reliant on my wand. But you know, once I got to 30 and up, and I had talent points and stuff like that, it did help a lot with the process. My priest recently died in Scholomance, and I probably will never level another priest again. I'll be honest, I'll probably never level another priest again. While the priest was a fun experience, it's not a class that I find enjoyable at level 60. Like, it's not a bad class, but I don't know. I probably wouldn't enjoy it long term. In comparison to like a druid, a shaman, or a paladin that can do so many other things beyond tanking, healing, and guessing. You know, priest. So we did 2 quests down here. Sorry guys, we did the lost. What did we do? We did the lost in battle where we picked up the body out of the house, and then I just went ahead and took out one of these storm snout guys for the quest called Chen's Empty Keg, and that completed those 2 quests. And now we're gonna make our way down to Camp T. But in terms of a priest, I still kind of find it a bit lackluster. Prior to level 30, you're going to be like the wand guy. You're going to be wanding, because that's just the optimal thing to do. You have access to the Greater Magic Wand. Then at Black Fathom Deeps, you get access to another blue wand. But you either choose the wand, or you can choose the Holy Fire and Smite, which begins to kind of speed up your leveling process. And then with Spirit Tap, and focusing on getting like spirit items and stamina items, it's gonna definitely improve your leveling speed. Level 16 Orc, the SX God, just died to the Witchwing Slayer. Those are those Furies up north. Yeah, unfortunately, the Orc died up in those ferries up there. Died up there to the ferries. Unfortunately. I think we'd seen him up there a bit here. Okay, so we made our way down to Camp T. First thing we're gonna go ahead and do, pick up this quest over here. Tribes out. This is gonna loop us back for a quest over here, which we'll do here after. It's gonna be in the next episode. And then now we can go ahead and take the flight path, get the flight path, and we're going to go ahead and take the flight path over to Thunderblossom. Let's see, Simon over on YouTube said, you mentioned that druids are in a good place. What changes that made it so? So druids are in a really good place because the balance tree was redesigned where they have... so balance had a really big issue where you would really oop really quickly, and you had issues, you know, keeping up. It's all about downtime, and balanced druids had a heavy amount of downtime during the leveling experience, very similar to shamans, right? Priests didn't have a lot of downtime because they had access to Spirit Tap in between combat. When they took out an enemy that gave them experience, they would get a little bit of boost in their mana regeneration. Druids and shamans both have that similar talent to what priests have. So druids now have this ability where whenever they get a kill, they get mana recovered over a percentage of like 20 seconds, I think it is, between combat. So that really helps out the balance tree. Also, Omen of Clarity moved from a castable kind of buff to it moved to a passive, and it procs a ton. So Al is a balance druid right around level 20. Every time that you're fighting an enemy and killing an enemy, you're going to get that mana regeneration. Also, anytime you're moonfiring, wrathing, all that stuff, you're going to get procs of Omen of Clarity. And then as a Pharaoh Druid, Pharaoh Druid's already been super strong. Pharaoh Druid already has been super strong, but they just made some improvements there as far as like with Pounce and it just kind of stacking a bit better. So, and then, nobody really levels as Resto, so I'm not going to speak too much on the Resto side. But depending on whether you want to level Balance or Pharaoh, you have those options, and both of them are completely viable. I've seen Druids running around leveling as Balance, and they're enjoying it. And I've seen Druids, going the traditional route and staying as Pharaoh Druid. Well. Okay, so in Thunderbluff, what are we doing here in Thunderbluff? Let's see. I got some stuff. Wait, I thought I jumped off the wrong. I did jump off the wrong. Okay. I was gonna go smelt some stuff, but we'll go ahead and head up to the Spirit Rise real quick. Turn in the Apothecary and get our Swift Potions. And then this is also another good time to train. We finally got some wool bandages, so I'm gonna bust out a whole bunch of linen cloth. Undying 5, I got 33 linen cloth in the bank. I'm gonna go ahead and put 40 in the bank and then craft the rest in stuff. Here's the first aid trainer. What I'm going to do first. Where's my mount? That's weird. I think my mule is below me. Okay, anyways, what am I doing? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and turn in this quest first, and I'll come back up in a second and do this. For whatever reason, I think my mule is underneath the... Ah, there it is. Okay, so what I'm going to do... Inside the bank. I want to have at least 20 or so linen, but when I get survival, I can make myself tents. I'll be able to make myself at least 4 tents. That should be plenty. I can always just farm more linen afterward. So over here, we're going to go ahead and turn in the Apothecary quest. This is going to give us those 2 Swift Potions. Go ahead and quest. Get my 2 Swift Potions. Add that to my list. And quest. Serpent Bloom. So we can begin to get our Wailing Caverns quest as well. So we're going to go ahead and pick up Serpent Bloom. That's going to begin to get some Wailing Caverns quest from here. We're going to come back here. So if you're not, don't worry about it. Actually, at this point, you know what? I'm not going to get this quest just yet. Because I'm not near level 22. And we're not going to dive into Wailing Caverns until we're 20. Next, I'm going to go ahead and chug out a whole bunch of... Okay, you were saying, what would you recommend going to Gilneas as the level as hardcore? I honestly don't usually go into Gilneas at least until level 46. Because in Gilneas, I usually go through it and go and play all through as one. So there's a bunch of quests over here, which at level 46, you'll still be able to complete them and do them pretty easy. That Gilneas? Yeah. Over here, when you zone in here as an Alliance player, you'll still be able to knock out a whole bunch of quests over this way. Then you'll move up the path. You'll knock out some working quests over here. But the Raven Keep, I think, is the one that's located over here with the Elites and the Ghosts. That can be pretty difficult if you're anywhere below level 46. There's also the Snarlclaw Clave that's located over this way as well. That can be a little bit difficult. The Nagas down here along the coast, it can be pretty difficult. Section back here, like the mining quests, those aren't too bad. The majority of the quests in Gilneas are not too bad. I guess the quests up near like the lighthouse, can be a little bit difficult, but like your struggle zones are going to be for sure the Raven Keep. Forgot what it's called, but it's got a bunch of ghosts around. You got 2 elites in there as well, and then the Snarlclaw quest. You're not going to be able to knock that out unless you're at least level, 46 or higher, and then in a group of 2. It's going to be really difficult. I'm going to go ahead and knock out our wolf bandages. Then got new bandages. Whoop, that's not. Placement. And Simon says, any good quest pickups to grab before heading into... if you're an Alliance player, there's going to be 1 quest in Thermore. So if you're an Alliance player, go in there. You're going to have a quest right here. Forgot what it's called. But you're going to want to get 1 quest that leads into Gilneas. And then in Stranglethorn Vale at Booty Bay, near the blacksmithing guy, there's going to be another quest that leads into Gilneas. I think those are the only 2 quests off the top of my head that I can think of that kind of just up into Gilneas. There might be some other ones as well, but those are the ones that, a lot of people often kind of forget or don't get because they're just kind of out of the way. I got a 10. I want to sell off all these old bands. That kind of gets rid of my old 5 more bags are there. Don't need the sell. You actually end up making more money from selling linen cloth. Having not made it into bandages than making it into bandages. It isn't until I think you get to the silk level where it makes more money to craft it into bandages. Real quickly, I'm gonna go up. It up here. And I'm gonna replace this staff with staff. Plus or minus 15. Oh, I'm really hoping I can sell. If I can't sell this stuff, then I just really ought to just toss it out. I'm gonna see if anybody wants to buy this stuff. I'm actually kind of moving out of the range that this stuff would actually be useful. So the lowest character I could sell to is a level 14, where they might still find some use out of that stuff. But I might need to kind of begin to sell some of my old blacksmithing stuff. I made a whole bunch of stuff while leveling blacksmithing, figuring I might be able to sell out to players that might find it useful. But so far, that I can roast.
What brings you here?
Train me, nothing. Okay. This guy's trying to sell this for 40 gold. Oh, that's a software player. What's your best advice for a hardcore protection paladin at 44? What would be the best advice? Like, paladins are a lot of fun. Protection paladins especially. If you're just looking for general advice, 44. Going the right way. I'm gonna go make myself that chest. At 44, what can you do? Scarlet Monastery, but you're kind of beyond Cathedral and RFD. You could be doing RFD, but if you're playing hardcore, I would be really cautious of trying to go into RFD unless you... I would do it once for the quest, because you get that nice, decent sword, and then I probably wouldn't touch it again.
Best advice, don't die.
Yeah, best advice is definitely don't die, but that's kind of a given when it comes to hardcore. Don't die, just survive. You're really trying to get to level 50. I leveled as... Did I level as protection? I think I did level as protection one time. I just tanked a lot, honestly. I tanked a lot of dungeons. Around 44, I don't remember. There's not a lot of dungeons around 44 that you can as a hardcore player, right? You have RFD, which I don't like RFD anyways in most cases. You have Cathedral, but again, really far out of place as a paladin to get to all the time. You can try taking the boat up the Thalessian Highlands and kind of swimming across. Level 50, you start getting into Mara. There you get the Thrash Blade. That's a pretty good weapon for paladins. Thrash Blade. For sure, for sure. But now I can make breastplate. Go ahead and do that. Bam! We made ourselves a new chest plate right there. 6 stamina. Which this right here is going to boost us over 733 life on buff. Nice. At level 19. So the next set armor stuff that I want to focus on. Oh, there's a bronze legging. Learn that. Anything else special? Oh yeah, here we go. The rough bronze bracer. Why can't go? Now, if I look at stuff that's not available to me yet, the next set of stuff I believe is called silver. Yeah. Silver bronze boots. Yeah, this set right here, the silver bronze stuff, it's really good. So like the boots are 4 strength, 4 stamina, 3 spirit. Gauntlets, 4 strength, 4 stamina, 3 spirit. Chest is 14 strength, 6 stamina. So that's definitely going to be some nice stuff. Any major upgrades I should be on lookout for? Not at 44. At 44, you've done RFD. You got the sword that has stamina on it. The next upgrade for weapons are going to be from Mara. You're going to get the Thrash Blade. There's going to be a shield from the Escort quest in Tanaris that gives you 2% block. So those are really good ones. There's another shield you can pick up really easy from the Badlands. There's a Badlands shield that gives like 1,400 armor. But then there's also the Tanaris shield as well from the Escort quest. It gives you 2% block chance, along with some other stuff on there. So Thrash Blade and the shields from the quest are going to be probably the easy things to acquire. What do I need to make these shoulders? I need 2 bronze. I have the shadow and I have the core stone. Oh, I can make that pretty quick. If I had 2 more bronze bars, I can make myself those shoulders. I just need to collect a lot of tin. Tin's going to be like my main thing. Better than the Dustwall Defender. Flash deep dust. Oh, that's a really nice one. No, it's not better than that. Where's that one from? Is that from the Dustwaller like Elite quest? Yeah, that's gonna be your best in slot probably up until BRD. You're not gonna find probably something better than this shield up until you get into BRD, and then inside of BRD, you're gonna get Black Rock Depths. There's gonna be this Stone Guard shield right from the Rockar. He drops this shield, and that's gonna be kind of like your next step up from that shield that you have on now. At level like 52 on hardcore, you can start doing arena runs and start doing like Lord Rockor. Like 54 and up, and you can start doing arena runs. I feel like that's kind of comfortable area, and do the Stone Shell Guard. And then Mara is going to offer you that sword. Holy cow, solid at a 42. Yeah, Protection Paladins are super strong. Protection Paladins with Judgment of Wisdom or Judgment of Light, or Judge Wisdom and then you Seal of Light, and then you have Holy Strike to heal you, stun your target, do a quick instant, greater heals and stuff like that. Paladins are so beefy. It's really hard for a Paladin to die in the open world just because they are very strong. Very, very strong. Let's go ahead and there's a lot of people fishing here. Look at all those fishers. Look at all those people fishing. If there's any sort of weapons that I haven't trained yet, that would be guns. I don't care much for. Is there a fire around here? Don't know if there's a fireplace. I want to cook up these boar meats. Can I use the furnace here to cook? I feel like I should be able to use the furnace to, but maybe it's like it's not sanitary. So where is a fireplace? I want to cook up this boar meat just so I can boost up my cooking a little bit, and then okay. Oh wait, I can probably make it here. Nope, cooking fire is required. I can literally hear fire noise. Oh, there's a fire right there. Roasting fire. Simon says, I use the spiritual focus talent that negate pushback in mithril shield spike, and I just go ham on AoE. It's good stuff. Spiritual focus is in holy, right? I believe it's in the holy tree. I have to play my paladin. I logged on to my paladin the other day. I'm really glad that I didn't take my paladin in to heal that Scholomance run. And that, you know, I may have reacted a little bit better on my paladin than I did with my priest. I don't know.
Peace, friend.
Go ahead and sell that.
Walk with the Earth Mother.
Good to go. We are good to go. There's nothing else here that I really need. We're going to come back later on because we're not able to get the quest yet for Wailing Caverns. There's going to be a quest up there. There's going to be another quest. Right now, I need to go back into Barrens and turn in the complete the Stagnant Oasis. This is going to lead to a quest to go to the Elder Rise to turn this quest in or turn some quest in, and then I'll get the Leaders of the Fang. And then at that point, I'll be ready for the Wailing Caverns. So in this episode, we're not going to be doing Wailing Caverns. We'll see about next episode if I'm going to be doing Wailing Caverns yet or not. I would like to wait to do Wailing Caverns right around level 22 because there's those 2 new wings. The bosses and mobs in there are level 23. So I will probably end up waiting a little bit longer until I hit level 22 before we really dive into the Wailing Caverns, guys. But that is going to be it for this episode, the series, the stream. It is now 1:05. I'm going to be grabbing some lunch, getting some food. We're going to go ahead and make our flight to Ratchet.
Be careful.
And then I'll be logging out for the evening. So, quick recap of today's adventure. Go ahead and bust out the monitor. We got a bunch of new gear today. We also hit level 19. We logged in at level 16, 17, I think it was. I don't know, 16 or 17. We still got the Scuffy hat. Eventually, we'll make something to replace this. Nothing yet. We got the Squarks membership. Like, both of these are pretty much useless items. You know, but that's 10 silver. That's 15 silver. That's 25 silver right there. I have the Wrangler's Cloak of the Monkey. This is something I picked up off of Raptor. Just a regular BOE. Really nice. I just crafted this 6 stamina, 4 defense chest. I got this from Slow and Steady. Nothing too special. Crafted up some ruined copper bracers. Crafted up some copper gauntlets. I did have a craftable belt that I made myself, but I replaced this from the RFC dungeon. I had some pants as well that I crafted up, but I replaced this with an RFC quest completion, quest dungeon loot. Quest loot. I did make myself some rough bronze boots. These things are super nice. 3 stamina, 2 defense, plus I got that little stamp kit on there. Intellect ring. I still haven't acquired some really good... Oh no! Look what just happened in chat. Our guild right now is in Blackwing Lair. And right before Nefarian, during the Nefarian encounter, there's a mind control that takes place. So our Ezini just got mind controlled and killed out Leon. So chat is going wild right now. In chat, going wild. PvP in Blackwing Lair, mind control, yeah, right towards the end, in mind controlled on a shifted druid. So it was during
F.
Nefarian. That's a big F. Yeah, right now our guild is inside clearing Blackwing Lair. This is all hardcore. Our guild is 100% hardcore. We do only hardcore activities. We're on there. It looks like they're clearing Nefarian right now.
Oh, okay, thanks for explanation, lol.
It's someone got taken out during the mind control. That is painful. And then that sucks. I'm sorry. I went off a little bit there. No, it was MC in Blackwing Lair during F. Mind control during Blackwing Lair. Okay. We got the Tase and Tusk. We got this from Ratchet. It's a custom quest here on Turtlewow. We got the Spiritual Feather as well that we picked up just today in this episode over in Mulgar. We got, right now we're using the Rock Slicer. We do have access to the Axe of Ogrimmar, which is our two-hander. We'll probably end up using this. I was just really running low on empty space, which is why I was using the Rock Slicer. I picked this up from the Reputation over in the Raven Tusks. You can get this really quick and easy at level 10. Super strong weapon to acquire, really easy to get. You can get it really quickly within probably 30 minutes or so. And then this Bear Buckler right here. I picked this up over here inside the shack. If you guys are a warrior or a paladin, if you're a paladin looking for a really good shield early on, level 18, 3 stamina, 3 strength is going to be your bread and butter. This guy, there's a shield guy right here. See, here's the shield right here. I purchased it for 65 silver. They sell this shield in Red Ridge Mountains for the Alliance or in Ratchet for the Horde. There's also a few other items in here as well. Like these pants are 5 strength, 5 stamina, so those would be really good to get to, but they're not in stock right now. And there's a few other items, like if you're a shaman, you could pick up the shield right here, 4 intellect, 8 block. There's a couple other items in here. Definitely check out this guy right here. He has some pretty good armor for sure if you guys are a male player. That is going to be it for this episode, guys. We're going to go ahead and be logging out. I'm going to run over to this inn and be logging out inside the inn. And I got 26 bubbles of rested experience saved up right now. That's crazy. Just by hanging around those tents. Quickly in the talents as well. We put 2 points in to improve Ren. That's 10 and 11. 12 through 14 we put into Tactical Mastery. We went 2 points into Improved Charge. And then recently, the last few levels we've been doing Improved Thunderclap. Our next level, level 20, we're going to be putting points into Improved Overpower and then Deep Wound. So by the time we get into Wailing Caverns, we should have our Improved Overpower and we'll be working on Deep right around level 22. So that is going to be it from me. Big shout out to everybody. Let's do some quick shout outs in the chat. So we'll go from the top to bottom. Big shout out to Bram over on YouTube, D Knight over on Twitch, Howitz, John Clark, Evan, Lugout, Miles Morales, Win, Only Me, Bayliz, Rock over on Twitch, Simon, and I believe there was a few others out there. Let me see if I can find them. We had Bram, Lugout, John Clark, Simon. I think I'd said those in there. Rock over on Twitch. And God Squad. Yeah, big shout out to God Squad over on Twitch as well. I think that is everyone. I'm very sorry if I didn't do a shout out to your name, but I like to try and get everybody shouted out towards the end of the stream. So big shout out. Thank you all for joining me. I'll try and schedule another stream for sure on Sunday where we'll run up and get our turtle mount. But I may end up streaming later tonight or maybe tomorrow as well. So that is going to be it for me. I'm going to be off next week and a half. After basically the next 2 weeks, I'll be traveling on vacation, so I will not be streaming. So that's why I'm going to try and pump a few extra streams over this weekend and go into that. So that is it from me. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye.
Thanks all for joining. Be sure to like, subscribe and follow. See you all later.